ゼログラビティ肩の荷は降りないこびりつく地層のようにライトかヘビーかい中そんな遠いもんな着物に対岸の価値なのにその身を削るほど姑息なる偽善者の思い込みディセピいっそ彼を伝え枝分かれ無重力状態いつか訪れ特別な瞬間浮遊してもまだ I gotta say むき出さいとへと駆け出す二頭へと孤独を悟る隙間は痛いけど何回だって知ったって何回だって立ち上がって上昇して落ちる速度には神を任せてるんだぜ闇の時代を告げる鐘が遠くなり響く戦うと思うよ今君は死も恐れず瓦礫の街を染めて沈む夕日はくれない愛する星の未来を守るためもう
Hello, welcome back. Tonight is the final end-all be-all night of Muv-Luv Alternative. I hope you guys are excited as I am. This really could end any way. I have not read past where we stopped last night. I have...
You read long.
Thank you so much for the subscription! We finish it tonight. I should go ahead and note, actually, plan for tonight, we finish, we finish, we watch the interview that I've been wanting to watch forever, and then that's it. So thank you guys, I hope you guys are excited. Thank you guys so much, it's been a ride so far, and let's hope that it ends well. You guys know, my biggest gripe with games is always the ending. If the ending doesn't go well, it could change a good story to a terrible one. I'm stupidly particular about that kind of stuff. And if there's an okay game, but a GOAT ending, it unrealistically skyrockets in how good it is. So, hopefully, it's gonna go ahead and be the good one. Another thing to note is, I know you guys might be a little worried about the random H scene / ban hammer. It's not foreshadowing if I don't know which way it turns out. I haven't read past this point. Someone DM'd me on Discord actually and said every single text box in which H scenes pop up So as long as they didn't miss anything, we're good. Sumika's established communications with the beta. This dude looks like that grandpa from SpongeBob. We need to pull him a picture of that guy. What was that guy's name? The guy in the wheelchair? What was that guy's name? You guys know who I'm talking about, right? That's what the beta looks like. Imagine getting this guy. Hold on. Well, I found it on Pinterest. The Raisin Grandmother. It's for real gonna... Uh-oh. It was a grandmother. Well, anyways, it looks like that. Imagine getting humanity gets smoked by some SpongeBob grandma looking thing. Maybe Sumika's reading the beta's intent and using Kasumi to interpret. In a situation this desperate, it's worth a shot. Let me guess, you're gonna try and talk peace to him? Presence of entity acknowledged, possesses records, transfer data in proper format. Who are you? I am a singular subordinate. Superordinate, not a sentient being. What? Sounds like the primary objective refers to itself as a superordinate? It's starting to sound a lot more natural now. I guess Sumika must be getting better at interpreting it. Hey, so you're this superordinate thing? Affirmative, you acknowledged. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Why invade Earth? Why fight us? Earth, not found. Us, not found. Earth, the name of this planet, and us, the human race? Earth, acknowledged. Invade, not found. Fighting, not found. Human race, not found. What's this thing's problem? It's screwing with me. You came to attack this planet. You were fighting me just now. Attack not found. Me acknowledged. Fighting low confidence. How stupid is this thing? You're attacking us right now. When I saw that attack coming, I tried to attack you first. That is called fighting. Fighting low confidence. Attack not found. The superordinate enacted preventive measures against the entity in order to avoid damage to itself. A part of the entity detached from the entity and made a high velocity contact with part of the superordinate. Well, the superordinate made high velocity contact with me too. That's called an attack. If I don't do something fast, it's going to drain our energy. Attack acknowledged. The subordinate attack to prevent damage to itself. Fighting is necessary to avoid damage. You call us preventing catastrophic damage? You're the ones who invaded this planet. Stop coming into contact with us. Negative. Catastrophic damage must be preemptively averted. Invaded, not found. Invaded this planet, okay? You did. You've spread across our surface and you've wiped out humanity. You're at a war because you're killing us. Killing, not found. Humanity acknowledged. War, not found. Killing, the taking of someone's life. War, when you fight someone for a long period of time. Killing, acknowledged. War, acknowledged. The superordinate has not killed on Earth. Because they don't see us as living. Okay, I need to calm down. I keep forgetting they're reading its thoughts, which means it can't be lying. I need to choose my words carefully. If I do this right, maybe we could... Yeah, you're gonna find peace with freaking Grandma Raisin. For now, let's keep questions short and simple. One question at a time. Why come to Earth? The superordinate is on Earth to harvest materials. What do you do with them? Send them back to the planet from which we were dispatched. So that's what they've been firing off into space. That's your only objective? Affirmative. Seriously? What materials could we have that would make an interstellar invasion worthwhile? So then why attack humanity? Do you need us gone to complete an objective? Negative. Then why?
上位存在及び存在に危機をもたらす重大災害への対処。
To prevent catastrophic damage from befalling the superordinate and its entities. So, Yuka was on the money. So what do you see humanity as?
上位存在と同等の非創造物であり、再利用すべき資源。
Creations equivalent to the superordinate, material to be reprocessed. They see us as equal to them? So they don't see themselves as living. And creations? Are the beta some religious thing? What do you mean
他
creation?
生系からの資源回収を目的に設計された存在の一部。
A subset of entity designed to retrieve resources from other star systems. A subset? I know they're beta on Mars and in the moon, but no one knows how many there are in total. And how many other entities like you are there?
計算上では10の37乗。
How much is that? 10 to the 37th power? That's like 37 sextillion. There's that many hives out there, and they're making more? We've lost so many people to get rid of one hive, and you're telling me there's billions upon billions more? Who made you?
創造主、
The creators, and they are
生命体、
life forms. So you don't consider yourself one.
肯定する。上位存在は生命体ではな
Affirmative,
い。
the superordinate is not a life form. So we were right. The beta are machines used to mine our resources. So what do you recognize as a life form?
ケイ素を基質とし自己形成自己増殖する散逸構造。
Silicon-based dissipative structures capable of self-reproduction. Silicon? A living thing can't be made out of silicon. It's bad enough that they're from a different planet, but they're also on like the most fundamental possible level. Their way of thinking is that's it. Maybe if I can convince this thing to recognize humanity as life forms, we wouldn't have to fight the beta on Earth, Moon, or Mars. We could be done. It doesn't matter how many trillions of hives there are if we could coexist. I'd be able to save everyone fighting back. Dude, have you seen what they've done to Sumika? You want to coexist with that? I understand that you aren't living
肯定
things.
する。
Affirmative. But we humans are. We're intelligent life forms.
否定する。炭素を基質とした生命体は宇宙に存在し得
Negative.
ない。
Carbon-based life cannot exist anywhere in the
炭素
universe.
は安易に化合し変化する。知的生命体まで進化することはありえない。
Carbon is too volatile and combines too easily with other elements. It's impossible for it to evolve into life. Hate to break it to you, but that's what happened on Earth. I'm going to use your own words here. Human beings are so carbon-based structured, capable of self-identification and reproduction.
否定する。人類は異性起源の非創造物と推
Negative.
定。
Humans are presumed to be creations of extraterrestrial
最大
origin.
根拠、上位存在の目的遂行は
Oh
生命体
god,
が
he's
存
going to
在
tell
し
us
な
we
い
all come
惑
from
星に
different
限
planets. I've
定。
heard this one before. Primary evidence. Superordinates do not carry out their objectives on planets inhabited by living things.
上位存
That's
在は
such
創造
circular
主の
reasoning.
絶対則に違反不可能。従って上位存在が活動可能な地球に生命体は存在しない。
Superordinates cannot disobey the dictates of those who created. Given that the superordinate is operating here, that means that Earth is uninhabited by life forms. You've been doing research on humanity, haven't you?
肯定する。調査は現在も継続中。
And research is still underway. You've taken so many of our lives, and you still don't get that we're sentient?
否定する。人類が生命体である証拠は存在しない。従って命を奪うという表現は不適切。
Negative. There's no evidence that humanity lives. Accordingly, it's also inaccurate to state that we have therefore taken any lives. You can't be serious. We're not like you. We're not tools for something that someone else
上位
created.
存在は俺に問う。
The superordinate poses an inquiry. It's gonna ask me a question directly?
人類が自然発生した生命体であるという根拠の
What
提
evidence
示を
is
求
there that
め、
humanity is a naturally occurring life form?
ソルジャー級に再利用される最新の標本を提供する。証明せよ。
The superordinate will now display the newest specimen designated for recycling the soldier class. President evidence. Soldier class? Assuming that wasn't just a mistranslation on Sumika's part, how the hell does it expect me to prove anything using the stuff beta are made of?
これが生命体であるわけがない。
There is no cause to believe this constitutes life, huh? That's what the soldier class are made out of? Wait.
証明せよ。
Present evidence. But that doesn't... Jeez. Oh my god. How did he even get the body? So they recycle humans into the... That's how the beta are created? They put them through a freaking meat processor? Oh, Meia's ready. Wait, this is kind of epic. I can't! The last attack drained our energy!
なんだと最重点は
All my homies hate the beta. How long will it take to recharge? We have a half an hour and that's optimistic. The engine's on the fritz and we're struggling to maintain levitation. The Rutherford fields are fading.
ここまで来ながら
After all this. On top of it, I can't set the self-destruct program to respond.
無念だが致し方ない
So we have no
あなたは
choice.
離脱しろこのままスサノを失うわけにはいか
Evacuate.
ん
We can't afford to lose the Susano. I can't. The entire control system is acting up. It won't accept any of my commands.
大塞がりか
So we have no way out. Alright, this is my first text box that I have to go ahead and block for the H scene. There's no time. I need you to run the
そ
diagnostics.
れより
in.
白金さんスミカさんが
Sumika's what?
ベータの侵食でバイタルが不安定に
The beta just left her in critical condition.
捕まった時のイメージが溢れ返って
This beta is what caused her images to form in captivity. They're back in her mind. My controls are locked up because of those tentacles didn't penetrate past the cannon's protective shell. How did it do that to her? Hey, pull yourself
ダ
together.
メです何も答えてくれません
She won't respond. Sumika, you've got to hang in there, please. If we can't fix this, we're doomed.
次が来るぞタケルあやつはどうやら私がお気に召したようだ
He seems to be fixated on me. Let me buy you time. Don't be insane.
そなたはスサノを何とかいたせ
You just work on getting the Susano functional. Wait, Cosme, is there anything I could do?
眩しくてもう何も見えない
It's too bright. I can't see a thing. Huh?
これがスミカさんが00ユニットになる前
It's
と
just
同
like
じ
she was before she was the 00 unit. You're kidding. The tentacles have caused her to regress? What the hell did he do? What do I do? What the fork do I do? We're gonna die. If Sumika's really reverted back to her old self, I'll take forever to bring her back. We're out of ammo. We can't fire the cannon. We can't escape. We can't retreat. We're sitting ducks. Should I try again to make the primary objective acknowledge us? We just proved it's possible to communicate with that thing. We've made contact. In just a few short minutes, I've made a ton of progress. With enough time, I think you're an idiot, dude. To be honest, thank you. But if I don't do something, Tama will have been in vain. If I die right here, they're just gonna launch Operation Trident. This is our last chance to establish communication. Cosme, give me a shot. Maybe I should let others, Maya know too? Where the hell are the others? Huh? Why are everyone's markers showing up when Maya's the only one here? I didn't see anyone else with her when she came back to the block earlier, so... Tama? Her marker's still displaying. Is the Susano malfunctioning? No, this means Class Rep, Ayamine, Makoto, they're already dead too. That can't be. There weren't enough beta in that drat to take out 3 talking Kasuchis. Class Rep did sound different. I was right!
アメリカ軍と国連軍に提供したオリジナル配備のマップ
They used a voice changer.
そのデータには彼らの正確な位置マーク
That's what that was. You mess with the markers to keep me focused. Am I that unreliable? You think I can't keep my cool unless everyone else?
悲しいことですすべての者たちの望みを満たす道を指し示そうとする者は背負うべき責務の重さからそして自らの手を汚すこと
You didn't care if it meant having to lie. You were thinking of the greater good all along. I shouldn't be angry about the right decision. How could I criticize you when I'm getting all worked up in the middle of an emergency? I was stupid enough to get smug about realizing that you deliberately turned off your marker. Until just a second ago, I was letting myself hope we might be able to contact the beta while Sumika's out of commission. No wonder you didn't trust me. Is there any way you can get Sumika to hear me?
4型の接続方式ではスミカさんに外の音を聞かせ
The
るこ
method
と
she
はできま
uses
せん
to prevent her from hearing sound. Is there any other
さ
option?
っきのような同調状態が再現できれば
If we could
可能性
reproduce
はあ
the
ります
synchronization phenomenon might be possible. When the tentacles hit us?
全く同じは無理ですでもそれに近い状態
We
なら
won't recreate it exactly, but it could have a similar effect.
完全に同調するには深層意識下まで潜る必要
Synchronization
があります
would require us reaching deep into our
その上で
subconscious.
リーディングとプロジェクションを同時にしないと会話はできません
And even then, the only way to enable two-way conversation for the Esper to do both readings simultaneously. But I thought that only the 00 unit was capable of parallel processing.
それに私には深く潜る力もあり
Correct.
ま
And
せ
I
ん
don't have the power to read you deep enough into her subconscious.
でも 私とスミカさんをつないでいる同調装置を使え
But
ば
it
な
might
んとか
just
で
work
きる
if
と
I use
思
the
います。
synchronizer that connects me to
装置の
Sumika.
入出力を逆転
I
さ
could
せて
reverse the input
プロジェ
output.
ク
I get it. If Sumika's too incapacitated to speak right now, there's no point in reading. How are you gonna get that deep enough to design her
装置の
sight?
リミッターを解除して私の力を機械的に増幅させれば深く潜れるはず
If I
で
remove
す。
the device's limiter, I should be able to mechanically amplify the power. So you're gonna boost your own ability? That's gonna be a real strain
う
on
ま
you
くいけば
and her.
白金さんの声を直接スミカさんに聞かせることができます。
If it works, her voice will be able to go directly into your mind. And if it doesn't work,
スミカさんの深層意識にとらわれて二度と意識が
I'll
戻
be
らないと
trapped
思い
inside
ま
of
す。
Sumika's subconscious and die. Nice! Good options, but you're willing to give it a shot? Thank you, Kasumi.
私も一緒に戦います。
This time I'm fighting alongside you. I still can't tell if Grandma Raisin is big or small.
その程度か。
始めます。
Beginning. I'm counting on you. Kasumi, I believe in you. Sumika, can you hear me? You have to wake up. May is out all alone to buy us time, and Kasumi's risking her life to save you back. Bring you back. I know you're in a lot of pain, but I can't imagine how hard it must be to have all those painful memories come floating back. Finally, when you thought you'd just gotten past them. And I hate that I have to make you fight, but you're the only one who could do this. If you don't wake up, we're all going to die. And if we die, humanity's done for. It's going to be all over again. If I die here, everyone will have to experience the same same things they experienced 2 months ago. And I don't want to watch that suffering. I won't be able to take it. I can't come through this again. I need you to fight with me. We can save the world together. Okay, there's only one more scene that we have to be wary of.
天野にはさせるものか。
Oh. Maya,
気を散らせない。
don't be distracted.
そなたは復旧に全力を注ぐがよいぞ。
The animation is top tier, by the way. Don't be stupid. You're not going to hold yourself off in a
こ
in
ちら
that
こそどうなの
condition.
だ。何がしかの目処は立っ
What,
た
have
の
you found
か。
a solution? We're working on it, but no
そうか。
response. Oh. Maya, what the hell?
見ての通りだ。主脚を失った今、もはやこの手しか
Now
な
that
か
I've
ろう。
lost my leg, there's no
推進
option.
剤の残量ももう心もとないでな。飛べるうちにや
I'm
っておか
running
ね
low on propellant. I must try this while I can still fly. Then send it on autopilot. You just get inside.
ならん。制御を奪われる可能性がある。
I can't. This thing could potentially take control of my
そのよ
TSF.
うなことになれば、私は榊たちに
If
合
that
わ
were
せ
to
る
happen,
顔
I'd
がな
never
い。
be able to face this in the next
もう
life.
いい加減気づいてもらう。私がそなたを
You've
欺い
realized
た
now
こ
I've been deceiving you this whole time. I know, you guys planned this out, didn't you?
と違う。
Yeah, but we may as well have. I figured they coordinated.
Yes.
Forgive me. You don't need to apologize, you did the right thing. Hell, even as we speak, it's still distracting me from the mission at hand. Besides, I'm sure you had a lot of a hell of a lot worse than me. You have to keep fighting knowing your teammates already died.
そなたに心よりの感謝を。よもやそのような言
You
葉を
have
返されると
my
は思いも
sincerest
よらなかっ
gratitude.
た。
I was not expecting you to take this so amicably. Just turn off the bomb.
ならん。これは皆が命を賭して私に残してくれた最後の
I can't.
S11
This
な
is
の
the
だ。
last S11, the one our comrades gave their lives for.
それゆえ粗末に扱えぬ代物でな。
As such, it's only
皆
proper
の
that
思いを
I
推し量れば
make use of it in the most
今
meaningful
こ
way
の時こそ
possible.
使うべ
Given
き
what
な
I
の
know of
だ。
their feelings, I'm certain they would agree this is the appropriate moment.
まあよい。気にするでないぞ。
Pay no mind.
これ一発であやつを倒すことは不可能であろう。だが、あの頭部を破壊することができれば、
I doubt that
相当
monster
な
can
時
be
間が
defeated with
稼げる
only
や
one
も
of
し
these.
れん。
However, if I'm able to at least take it off the head, you'll be able to fare better. Hold
良
on,
い
wait.
かける。可能であれば先に制御系を回復さ
Talk
せる
to
の
gain
だ。
control before this.
どうやらあやつは脅威度の高い標的を
It
優先
seems
して
to
いるらし
prioritize
いゆえ
targets
な。
based off of threat level. I know that, but just
さらばだタケル。ヤシロと鏡を頼むぞ。
farewell. Take care of Yashiro and Kagami. Wait! Maya? You need to eject now! Get in here! What? What's wrong? you waiting for?
許すがよ
Forgive me. What?
メインアームのコントロールを
He's taking control.
奪われた
Oh my god. That's a hellish scene. Are you...
私たち吹っ飛ばす
It's
つも
gonna
り
take
ら
us
しい
both out on the bomb. What? We can't generate any more Rutherford Field. There's no way that Susanoo could withstand that blast. It's gonna destroy our greatest weapon with our own bomb. Is this rubbing failure in our face? Is this just another means of presenting catastrophic damage? Why the hell is it just staring at us? Why won't it deliver the final blow? We're not even worth the effort to take it off? It doesn't even understand what we're doing on a conceptual level. Maybe it won't destroy us unless we attack it?
制御系の
Regain control.
サフォードフィールドが展開できれば S11 の爆発を防げよ
If you could deploy the Rutherford Field, you should be able to block the explosion. Okay, I will. Just get the hell in here.
私に構うでないと言ったであろう
Don't worry about me.
こちらもなんとかやってみる
You hear me? I'll do a little I can on my end as well. She's right. If I don't figure out something in the next few minutes, we die. And our only hope is Sumika. This might be the last chance I ever get to talk to you. That S11's gonna blow any minute now. What it does to you, me, Cosme, and Maya, we're done. We're dead. And so is humanity. But this doesn't work. And I can't wake you up in time. Maybe this wasn't meant to be this time around. That's not gonna say I'm giving up. And I'm not thrilled at the prospect of starting over from square one. But if I have to, I do it. I never asked to be turned into this casualty conductor. But it makes me the only one who could fix this, and so I will. To be honest, the thought of having to do this all over again, it kills me, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna run away. I could go ahead and cry and moan, or try to place the blame on someone else, but it doesn't change anything. No matter how loudly I insist on right and the world's wrong, it never will accomplish a single thing. If I want to change, I've got to start by changing myself. I've got to face reality and put the work in for it, or else I'll just keep making the same mistakes. That's something I might have never understood if I hadn't become the calcium conductor. In a certain sense, I'm thankful. But what I'm trying to say here is, I'm not going to let anyone suffer anymore. Next time around, I'm saving this world and I'm not hurting anyone. Maybe that's just me being over-idealistic, but even I can recognize how childish blind optimism is. But right now, I don't see it as a problem. If I could do more than just talk the talk and actually put in the way to practice what I preach, maybe idealism isn't really that bad. When I get to the next loop, the first thing I'm going to do is head straight down to the floor B19 and talk to you. And I'll do everything I can to ease your pain, no matter what. I'll make that Santa rabbit the first day I see you, and I'll hang it up right in front of your stasis tube. I'll help you remember me. In the next timeline, you won't be suffering, I promise. And yet, I still want to do everything I possibly can to fix things on day one, even if I only have a few minutes left. There's another important lesson I've learned as my time as the casualty conductor. It doesn't matter if this was all for nothing. I need to know that I gave everything I had until my final breath. Just like everyone else in this world has already done. So please, Sumika, I beg you, I need your help.
おのれ私が貴様の言いなりになると思うでないぞ
Well, that worked. She's awoken! She's still not awake? Why is the engine... I can't control, but the engine's running at full power. May, are you okay? It's not a direct hit to the cockpit. It just ripped her arms off to keep her off of pulling the sword. We've restored engine functionality, but they can't start it back up. But I can't move the Susanoo, so we're gonna have to use the escape shuttle. We'll be ready to fire in 90 seconds. Just get in here. Whoa. The tentacles managed to pierce this field earlier. Why not now? What are you doing? Why are you still standing there? What's going on? Are you too hurt to move? Oh, I can't see her vitals. I'll come down to help. No, you mustn't. You have to shoot.
Oh,
Oh,
お前
cutscene time.
何言ってんだ。
I will leave it at that.
何をしておる。早く撃て。
バカはお前だ。最後まで諦めるな。
最初能力を侮るな。逃すでない。愚か者、何をためらっておるのだ。私たちが背負っている者たちの姿が見えるのか。人類の勝利を信じ、野が信念に従い戦った者たちの思いが、私たちの未来を託し、先に行った者たちの願いが、我らを信じて道を開いた者たちの、笑って命を差し出した者たちの思いが、そなたには届かぬのか。
メイヤ、どうしたんだメイヤ。
のために皆がそなたをここに導いた。
メイヤ。お前やっぱり負傷してるんだな。
傷はさほどではない。だがどの道長く思った。
え、どういうことだ。
情けないことに勝手な思いを選んだ。
This is like that scene out of Evangelion. Oh, that's a spoiler. Sorry, I forget what I said.
撃ってくれタケル。
メイヤ。
影として影としての生を受けた私がかような死に場所を得ること身にすぐる栄誉だ。
メイヤ。
今ここで果てるに何の迷いがあろう。ただ一つだけこの世に未練があるのだ。
未練。
お願いだタケル。ママの際のわがままどうか聞き入れてくれ。
メイヤ。
せめて最後は愛する者の手で。そなたに打たれて行きたいのだ。私の生涯がたとえ影としてのせいでしかなかったとしても、そなたが生き続け 存在したこと、三剣名也がこの世にあったことを覚えていてくれさえすれば。私は幸せなのだ。墓まで持っていくつもりだったのに、私の弱さを許せ。
悲しいことです。すべての者たちの望みを満たす道が常にそなたの前にあるとは限りません。道を指し示そうとするのは背負うべき責務の重さ、目を背けてはならないのです。そして自らの手を汚すことを厭うてはならないのです。
私を奴らの慰み者にするでない。
Yes. Did they? I have not checked today. Oh my god, they did. Oh my god. Thank you, guys. Whew. I'm almost at 300 and now is not the time. I will save this for later. He's alive? Shadow Man? He's alive. He's looking all ominous. No celebration in sight. The man does not celebrate. And my sleeper pick for best character next to Tsukiyomi. I hope she's happy. So thoughts on that scene. Theme was amazing. Maya's theme, banger. Animation, banger. Predictability, everywhere. I'm not really surprised by it because I saw it come so far away. If I hadn't picked up on a lot of the foreshadowing, then obviously I'd probably be more upset right now, but I'm not too upset. Because this is, oh wait, this is kind of epic. I know, it's crazy. Thank you guys so much. I didn't even realize that my follower number went up. But anyways, yeah, it was just a little predictable. Where are we? We're home. We're in Yokohama base? We made it? They're working to cool down and decontaminate the shuttle as we speak. We'll be able to disembark. A very large crowd has gathered. A crowd of maintenance personnel? Not just that, there are many people waiting for us to disembark. They all wish to thank us. The only emotion I can feel inside of all of them is gratitude. They've all gathered here just for us. Personally, I'm still amazed we made it out of that explosion alive. I'm such a wimp. I passed out when it happened. You piloted us all the way back here then? We came back via autopilot. I just woke up right now too. The escape shuttle is designed to seat 10 passengers, and 5 of those seats were supposed to be occupied, but right now it's me, Cosme, and Sumika, down in the 00 unit control block. This is the cross I have to bear. I'm the one who wanted to save this world and fix the other timelines. I can't avert my eyes from repercussion. Rest in peace. Honestly, Tamayura's death hurt me the most. I won't let this stop me. You all gave your lives to this future reality, and I'm not gonna let it go to waste, I swear it. Once Asumi died, though, I mean, it was kind of... Don't cry, not now. When Asumi died, it was kind of just a given that it was going to keep happening. I don't know. That last... They really didn't... It was like an info dump of death in that last chapter. That's probably a hot take. I agree. I agree. The animation too was really good, but I don't know. It was probably just... I don't think it was paced very well. Those people out there believed in us. They had faith that we'd see mankind to victory. I can't go out there and let the scene bawling my eyes out. Everyone's going to be thanking and smiling at me. These girls get a life to ensure my survival. At least I can do is smile. That's the way it should be, right? Class rep, Makoto, Ayamine, Tama, Maya. That's what you guys would have wanted, right? Huh? Yeah, I agree. 100%. And yes, it's what the others want. You could tell what everyone was thinking this whole time, huh? You had to keep all that pain to yourself because I was too weak to handle it. It's not anyone's fault. I know what you were thinking. You wanted to determine... You were determined to prioritize the mission above all else.
作戦を成功させて皆さんも救おうと考
But
えてい
deep
ました
down,
ね
you hope that by completing the mission, you'd be able to keep the others safe as well.
皆さん
All of
それ
them
に
are
気
like
づい
that. That's why they never showed me what was really going on, because they knew I was having trouble focusing on the mission, even when humanity's future was on the
でも
line.
あなたがそういう人だから皆さん頑張れたんですよ
But your kind-heartedness was also what motivated them to
あ
fight.
なたがそういう人だからこそ皆さんも
Because of
人
you,
類
they
のため
they
に
gave everything
自
they
分
could
が
for the
やれ
sake
る
of
ことを精
humanity.
一杯人類を救うために一緒に戦ってきた仲間を生き残
In
ら
order
せ
to
る
save
た
the
めに
human, it's not. We still have to figure out who the casualty conductor is, but considering how predictable the latter half of this ride has been, it's only obvious.
そして一人で苦しみ抜いたあなた
When he said the word casualty conductor and a certain character's face grimaced, I think that was all the hint that we
部隊
needed.
の全員がお互いに同じことを考えていたんです
Everyone in the unit was thinking the same
それ
thing.
はスミカさんも一緒でした
Sumika the same way. She was on the same wavelength as the others? You said was? What do you mean was? We found her. Hey, Sumika. Aw, she has her little rabbit. It's time to wake up. Hey. Sumika, what's the matter? Come on, you're just messing with me, right? Wake up. Sumika? What the hell? Why did this happen? Did I push her too hard at the end?
違いま
No, you didn't.
最初から帰ってくることを考えていなかったんです
She never No, trust me. You'll see that this is actually if I'm correct, if this is gonna go down the plot that I think it will, this was the Deus Ex Machina that was needed. She never planned on surviving in the first place. What are you talking about? I know there was no guarantee she'd survive, but that doesn't mean there wasn't a
この
chance.
基地の反応炉が壊れた時スミカさんはそう決めて
She
いた
resigned
んです
herself to it from the moment the reactor was destroyed. Why would that matter? What did the reactor have to do with Sumika? Wasn't it how
スミ
she...
カさんの脳髄が入っていたシリンダー
I was gonna say, wasn't that be how she would... That's how she would charge, right?
反応炉や合表
You may have
と同じ
recognized the
光
glow,
です
the blue glow coming from the brain, similar to the reactor. Right. It's how she would charge, wasn't it?
メンテナンスベッドの
Okay.
ODL
That's what I
浄化装
thought.
置は反応炉につながっているんです実際の浄化は
The reactor that we blew up was for purified. Doesn't that mean then that she was actually a beta sleeper cell the entire
あの
time?
シリンダーが反応炉に直
If
結しているか
the
らです
reactor was connected to the big bad tentacle
ODE は
man?
量子電導炉の稼働率や時間経過に比例して劣化していくから72時間以内に
Yuko, oh, that is
もしくは
a
浄化しなければ
fierce oversight.
完全な浄化には専用の設備が必要なのよ ODL を血液に例えれば
Yeah, and after 3 days she...
よくて機能
Yeah.
がする
So that's why they did that immediately after the base was invaded, because she physically could not live
ゼ
for
ロゼロユ
72
ニット
hours.
である意義を失い
Yeah.
人の形をしたコンピュータ
I
ー以
mean,
下のものになる
no? Maybe? No, because Sumika's made out of silicon. That explains so much. No wonder Sensei pulled out all the stops to make it happen so quickly. Why didn't anyone tell me? Yuko told us to stop the reactor. Why the hell would she do that knowing it would kill Sumika?
反応炉を壊すことを
That's
提
where
案し
you're
たの
wrong.
は
Sumika suggested we destroyed it.
指令の重点封鎖に反対して反応炉を完全に
She
壊すよう
strongly
に
objected to the base
強く
commander's
求めまし
suggestion
た
that we seal it and instead
それでも
we
光月
destroy
博
it.
士は後で使えるように一時的に止める決定をしたんです
He did. Kazuki opted in instead for a temporary shutdown, hoping that we could see it later.
結果的に反応炉は2発の S11 で壊されま
But
した
it did end up being destroyed by two
お
S11s.
かしくありませんか
Don't you think that's strange?
たった2発の S11 で反応炉を
That it
止め
only
てしまう
took
ほど
two?
怖い
Well, they sent Hayase the structural data, but she'd already been cut off, so how the hell would she
ス
know?
ミカさんが早瀬中尉にプロジェ
Because
クションした
Sumika
んです
projected it to her.
危機的状況を知らされたスミカさんが光月博士の命令で弱点のイメージを投影したん
When
です
Sumika learned how dire the situation was, she projected an image onto the reactor's weak
で
points.
もスミカさんは光月博士の命令とは違
But
う
Sumika
場所
sent
の
a
イメ
different
ージを
image
送
than the
り
one
ました
Kazuki ordered.
光月博士が知らない反応炉を完全に壊してしまう弱点の位置
Don't worry, you guys, we haven't reached the big plot twist yet. She showed the weak points that would destroy the reactor completely. So that's why Hayase was able to do that.
プロジェクションの影響だと思い
Due
ま
to
す。
projection, yes.
あの時スミカさんは浄化処理を2度も中断して
Sumika interrupted 2 times. Right, Sumika was suffering from abnormal ODL degradation.
弱点の情報だけを正確に投影できる状態だったとは思いま
I
せん。
doubt she was in any condition to precisely project onto the weak points. Are you saying she just took control of Hayase's mind
いく
then?
らスミカさんの能力が高くても人の行動をコントロールす
She
る
has
ことは
incredible
できま
powers,
せん。
but doesn't mean she could just manipulate people.
イメージを伝えることができたのは早瀬中尉の勘や
She was only able
推
to
測が
accurately
もと
convey
も
those
とあった
images
から
because
で
they
す。
align with the first lieutenant's intuition and
プ
reason.
ロジェクションは受け手がそれと意識しなければ
If the receiver isn't thinking along the same lines, the projection won't feel any different from a passing
レセプ
thought.
ターになる思考が受け手に存在しないと投影は成功しないんで
If
す。
there's nothing for the projection to connect to, the receiver won't be able to access it. So projections need associations the same way alien
オ
memories
ルタネ
do.
イティブ3の失敗がそれを証明して
Failure
い
of
ます
Alternative 3 is a perfect example. I guess that makes sense. Besides, even if Sumika could control someone else like that, she's not the kind of person who would. If she were the type to do something like that, she never would have asked to take on the primary objective on her own. But why? Why was she so intent on destroying the reactor? Why be deployed by herself? You know, don't you? Of course. So let's go. Big plot twist time! You know the answer why she would go on a suicide mission. I wonder what it could be. She knew that it would be a death
あなたが
sentence.
考えないようにしていることそれが理由
The
で
answer
す。
is what you're trying to ignore.
他の理由を探そうとしていま
I
す
can
ね
tell you're trying to think of an alternate explanation,
今までの話を聞け
but
ば
after what I've said, you've already figured it out. So you're telling me,
そうです人類の情報をベータに提供していたのは
yeah, I was okay. Sumika was the one giving the beta access by accident.
ODL を浄化するときにスミカさんの見聞きした情報が
Every time Sumika went through the
Download
purification
and
process, everything that she'd seen and
this.
heard was transmitted via the
ベー
reactor.
タはエネルギーと一緒に S11 の情報を反応炉から得たの
Yeah,
か
that
も
was
しれ
kind
ない
of implied though,
もし
considering that
反応炉
we
がただの
found out in
動力源
beta
じゃなくて
school that the reactors
通信装
connect
置
to
でもあっ
the
たと
big
したら
bad tentacle man, Grandma
ベータが集
Raisin,
めた情報
and then he
は
gives the information to everyone
反
else.
応炉を通じてやり取りされるん
So
だと
she
し
has
た
to
ら
use it to recharge. It only makes
オ
sense,
ルタ
right?
ネイティブ計画や左脳の情報が世界中の背後に伝わってしまうのよ
That's true. So Hayase's epiphany back there was just the truth? Was Sumika
存在
projecting?
の証明を認識
The superordinate meant that in the literal sense. It was trying... See, I knew it! It wasn't trying to attack us, it was trying to exchange information with
あ
Sumika.
の時顎標的
See, it did acknowledge her as being alive.
スミカさんが送っていた情報に
The reason why I was even able to speak was because all Sumika did was care about you, right? So Hayase was right on the money. We simply hadn't realized the reactor functioned like a computer. It was probably... when Miyuko said her theory was close, she just didn't want to reveal the... No. That was in front of everyone else. She wouldn't let that slip.
ずいぶん信用してもらっ私は最後まで
Maybe she was withholding information? I know how she thinks. I didn't see her one-on-one. So when did Sumika realize what she was
浄
doing?
化処置中に急に目を覚ました
When
時
she
で
awoke in the
す
middle of the purification process. Right before she told Yuko to
そう
destroy
で
it?
す光月博士たちにはその後作戦司令
She
室
then
で
went
時間を
directly to the
話し
command
し
center
ま
to
した
speak with Kozuki. That's a relief. At least she didn't have to suffer in silence for very long. And what triggered the realization? That wasn't the only time she woke up after suddenly losing consciousness. The same thing happened after
あ
Operation
なたと
Full Moon.
結ばれたことで
It was a result of you making love to her. Wow.
閉ざされていた無意識領域が完全に解放されたからです
In doing so, you completely reopened the portions of her subconscious.
そして全ての真
And
相
all
を
at
知っ
once
たん
everything
です
became clear. That's why she lost
So this-
consciousness. Wow.
真相を知ったことで受けた
So the beta actually saw them
Sensei.
freaked it. All this time you were a sleeper agent for the beta and you didn't even know it. I can't even imagine how horrible that realization must have felt. Your only means of survival required you to send intel to the monsters that would define you. That's why you're prepared to die by yourself.
それだけじゃありません
That's not the only reason. There's more? I don't think anything's gonna surprise me at this point. Let's hear it.
全てを知ることは
Here we go. Here's the plot twist that I've been waiting for this whole game. Knowing the truth isn't always good.
知らないままでも
Okay, there you
す
go.
ぐに問題なくなります
Confirmed. Whether or not I tell you, your problems go away soon. You guys know what that means? Then why did you tell me there was more? You could have easily just let me say my piece and that would have been the end then. Have I had this conversation before?
どうしてそこまでして知りた
Why
い
do
ん
you
で
want to
す
know
か
so badly?
多
ただ知りたいだけです
Just for the sake of knowing? No. It's because my fight in this world isn't over yet. As long as there's still hives left, the war with the beta isn't over. Not to mention I haven't even started the search for whatever it is that made me the casualty conductor. Dude, are you being 5 IQ right now? And just until I can get rid of that, the timeline's going to keep resetting, right? So I need to know every detail about what I've done here. I need to retain as much of this as possible in case I have to do that all over again. I don't want to make Sumika and the others suffer anymore, you know? I know they were shouldering all the pain in my stead, and I know I've been a completely self-satisfied, oblivious idiot, but I now need to face the truth head on, no matter how painful it is. Otherwise, I'll never move forward. Why are you so determined to know? Because I love these people. And I just don't mean my friends. This includes the people I hardly know and those I've never even met. They're all human beings. They're all alive, and that's more than enough for me. Remember what the primary objective said about how carbon-based life doesn't exist? To me, that served as a sobering reminder of what a miracle it is that we have here. It made me realize just how terrible it is to be so utterly blind to the meaning and value of that. I'm not just talking about beta. It's a problem for a lot of humans. I'm no exception. I used to be in that camp too. Not caring about others. So there's the big reason I want to know. Oh, this character development. But I also have a more personal reason. No matter what world she's in, no matter what form she may take... What? Kawagami Sumika will be who I love, no matter the timeline. That's why I have to... When you think you've hurt someone, it's only natural to want to make it up to them. What? You told me that when you took me up behind the hill. Okay. What about it? Sumika felt the same way. She wanted to make up for all the misery she brought to the people she hurt. She wanted to do everything she could for them. The people she'd hurt because of the information's in the beta, right? No. This world was her source. She didn't have the power to dramatically alter any events that took place here. But she could undo the damage she'd done to the world you've interfered with. Your fight in this world is over. Because you are no longer a casualty conductor. You... Sumika was the one who made you a casualty conductor in the first place. Who could have predicted this? Which means that this world will never loop again. All the worlds you interfered with are going to be rebuilt just the way you wanted them to. Now that the cause has been eliminated, the effects will come soon to follow. How could it end like this? How could Sumika be the one that made me the... Oh, here's our last stage scene. Huh? I blurted in time. Epic. Latent memories you have of being with other girls other than her are your own memories. Things that you've experienced in every loop of this timeline. No, I just inherited those from my other selves. No, you experienced them yourself. That's impossible. I never do that with Yuko. That's just how you feel in this loop. It doesn't change the fact that it happened. Oh, no, that's why I woke up crying. It also would explain why I felt so disconcerted by those guys, why they treated me as such a stranger. And why I felt so depressed when I was trying to convince Yuko to let me stay. It was like I lost someone I loved. After all this time, it makes sense. I fell in love with every single person here. You finally filled in the gaps. That's why you kept going back in time. You had to keep restarting this over and over and over because you kept failing to reach Sumika. And thus it was the brain in the cylinder that made it happen. Her subconscious mind. I want to see Takuro again. What do you mean? I want you to explain that. That was the first thought I ever read from her. That single desire swelled through her mind like a war.
全ての感覚が
It
閉ざ
was
さ
the
れた
one
闇
thing
の
that had
中
been
で
keeping her alive ever since she
スミカ
was
さん
reduced to a
目
brain.
の前でこの世界のあなたを殺されたスミカさんはずっ
And
とそれだけを思
having
い続
watched
け
you
てい
die
たん
before
で
her
す
very eyes, she never stopped yearning to be with you.
2発の G 弾が横浜ハイ
When
ブ
the
で
two
爆
G
発し
bombs
た
were dropped
時
on the Yokohama Hive, Operation Lucifer?
爆発で発生した
Yeah,
高重力
pretty
強
much.
積力の複合作用と反応炉の
The
共鳴
overlapping
で
tidal force generated by the
時空間に
explosions created a
深く
resonance
鋭い歪みが
phenomenon
発
within the
生しまし
reactor
た
producing
そ
space-time.
の時ほんの一瞬ですが比較的分岐が近い
And for
世
the
界と
briefest
の
of
道が
instants,
つ
our
なが
world
っ
was
てしまっ
connected
た
to a
んで
branch
す
of this timeline not so far, and that my
そこ
world.
に反応炉によって変換増幅されたスミカさんの思
Her
念を作
feelings
用
were
した
distorted
結
and
果
amplified by the reactor.
あなたたちが大量の G 元素の消失と引き換えに
You and
この世界
several
に
other
連れて
versions
こ
of
られた
yourself
んです
were brought to this world. You know, props to America. Making a bomb that awesome that you could go ahead and fracture space-time.
確証は何もありません
This is only a theory, though. We have no proof. You just said several other versions of me. What does that
今
mean?
ここにいるあなたは多くのあなたの統合体で
The
す
talker I speak to now is an amalgamation of many alternate versions of
あな
yourself.
たが元の世界と呼んでいる世界とそこから分岐した世界
Pieced
が
together from parts of your various selves, gathered from the worlds you would call home or branches. Branches of
あ
my
なたと
world?
スミカさん以外の人が結ばれた世界です
Yes. Oh, shoot, dog. Be right back. Yes, those in which you fell for someone other than Sumika.
あなたが元の世界の皆さんとの記憶も持っているのはそういうことなんです
And that's also why you have memories of them being with why you have memories of being with each of them in your own world as well. And how the hell does that make sense?
何によってそれらの世界
Yeah,
が
it's because I was
選ばれ
standing
たの
away.
かは分かりません
Sorry about that.
未知の現象です
We don't know how or why the worlds were chosen. It's just an unprecedented phenomenon. Sumika's subconscious didn't choose them
そうで
somehow?
あればもっと自分に都合のいい選び方をしているはずです
Of course not. If that were the case, she'd only choose in the branches you fell for her.
あなたが他の人と結ばれる世界群が発生する大元になった元の世界の住み
Each of the branches in which you fell for someone else originally diverged from the central timeline on the same
10
fateful
月
day,
22日という重い因果情報が
October
あなたのル
22nd.
ープの起点になってしまっ
The
た
day
の
that
です
contained the densest amount of casualty information and which would become the starting point for each successive loop. October 22nd? That's the day Maya first arrived at my house. So everything started to change on that
ネ
day?
ガティブな思考つまり負の思念波は逆向きのスピンを持っていて過去に向かいます
Negative emotion or negative thought waves rather possess a reverse spin. They always move past.
あなたと結ばれなかった世界のスミカさんが持っているあの日に戻ってやり直せたらという負の思念が
For every world in which you fell for someone else, there was a Sumika who wished she could start over from the beginning. Those feelings converged to that same fateful day, October
それ
22nd.
がこの世界のスミカさんの思
really
念と強
sad.
く結びついています
Their individual emotions resonated deeply with this world's version of Sumika.
そのせいであなたがこの世界でスミカさんにたどり着かない限り死と同時にループさせられていたんです。
Every time you failed to reach her in this world, you were sent back to October 22nd, the moment you died.
そしてその時スミカさんの無意識領域にある独占欲が自分以外の人
And
に
each time her
全て
subconscious
記憶を
desire to
取
keep
って
you all
し
to
まってい
herself
たん
compelled her
です
to wipe away your memories of having fallen for someone else. She wanted me all along?
はいスミカさんの無意識領域は純粋な分
Sumika's subconscious mind erased memories every single time, but the Sumika I never grew up with was
誰に
possessive.
でも負の感情はあります出すか出さないか
Everyone has negative emotions, it's just a matter of whether they let them show, or for some, whether they even recognize they were ever there.
私にはそれが見え
But
てしま
I've
うん
seen
で
them
す
all, I know.
でもそれが人間なんですだから仕方のないことです
These emotions are just a part of being human. There's nothing you can do to stop them.
人を傷つけたら謝りたいお詫びになるなら何でもしてあげたい
But when you feel like you've hurt someone, you typically want to make it up to them in any way you can.
負の感情でやってしまったこともそれにどう向き合うかで結果は変わると思います
Similarly, when you realize you've wronged someone out of spite or jealousy, that's the main thing that matters, is how you choose to respond.
スミカさんもそうしたかったんです
Sumika was trying to own up to what she'd done.
真実を知ってからスミカさんはとても
And
悩
once
ん
she
でい
learned
ま
the
した
truth, it was too much
自
to
分の
bear.
浅ましさや癒しさを
She couldn't stop agonizing over how cruel and self-centered she'd been.
私がタケルちゃんやみんなを不
I'm the
幸
only
に
one
して
who's
いる
been ruining everyone's
私の
lives.
わがままのせいでタケルちゃんを何度も苦し
I've been
め
making
た
Stalker suffer over and over because of my own
私のや
selfishness.
きもちが
I've
No,
been putting everyone through so much
Krishna.
grief out of jealousy.
だから反応炉を壊そうとしたんで
That's
す
why she wanted to destroy the
だから
reactor.
一人で出撃しようと
Why
し
she
たん
wanted
で
to be
す
deployed by
あなたを
herself.
この世界から解放す
So
るた
that
め
you
に
could be released from this world.
そして少しでも A01 の皆さんや人類に対して自分の罪
And
の
because she wanted
償い
to
をし
atone
よ
as
うと
best
し
as
た
she
んで
could
す
for the wrong she'd done.
もうやり直しは効かなかった
She
か
knew there
ら
wouldn't be a next time.
あなたをループさせる力は出撃前に消滅して
She'd
いま
lost
し
the
た
power to make you loop prior to our
あ
deployment.
なたとスミカさんが結ばれたんですから
That's interesting. After all, her wish had been granted, you two were together at
こ
last.
の世界はもう未来に向かって
This
進ん
world
でい
is
きま
finally
す
on a way to a brand
こ
new
の世界
future.
からあなたが関わった
And the
世
other
界
timelines
は
will be restored as well.
だからあなたの
So
戦い
like I
は
said, your fight here is
辛
truly
いこと
over. You suffered through so many countless
悲
hardships,
しいことも
endured an insane amount of
でも
grief,
これであなたはやっ
but
と
you'll
この
finally
世
be
界
able
か
to
ら
leave
離れ
this
ること
world.
もうこれ以上
You won't have to suffer any longer.
はい
The worlds I interfere with that will go back to the way they were, whether I go back or not, right? Then I still have to carry on the fight for everyone else's sake. I have to keep going for the sake of all those who died before me. I'll carry on their legacy with pride. If no one remembers them, then they're all gone for good. I'm the only one left alive. They all sacrificed themselves to keep me alive, so I'm not running away.
ダメですあなたは
But
こ
you
の
can't
世界
stay
の
here.
存在
You're
では
not
あり
from
ま
this
せん
world. Maybe not, but this is where I belong. Oh, dang it. Sorry. I learned that all too well the last time I ran away. If this world has a chance at a brighter future now, then let me fight for it. I want to protect this planet. I want to fight for these people.
平和な世界というのは命や人間と同じぐ
A
らい
world at peace is no less worth defending than one struggling for survival.
それを
I disagree, but
しっかり
I
守ってく
can
ださ
see
い
the quote. You have to protect your own world.
お願いします
Kasumi, I know you could do it. You keep me in this world like you did during the transfer experiments. If my death won't reset the timeline, then let me die here, in the world where all my comrades died, the one where Sumika died.
無理なんで
I
す
can't.
原因が消滅すれば結果も消滅するんで
Eliminating
す
cause eliminates effects, so it's too late?
スミカさんや皆さんがあなたにそう望んで
Return
い
to
たよ
your
うに
peaceful world and live out your life in happiness.
平和な世界で幸せに
It's
暮
what
らしてく
Sumika and the
だ
others
さい
would have wanted.
スミカさんを安心さ
Let
せてあげて
Sumika
くだ
rest
さ
in
い
peace. Alright.
スミカさんは最後まであなたに感謝していまし
Sumika
た
felt
よ
nothing but gratitude towards you even in her final moments.
目をつぶって
Close your eyes. Huh?
私を守ってくれて面倒を見てくれてありがとうこんな私を全部受け止めてくれてたった3日それもほんの数時間だったけど彼女にしてくれて
Santa Rabbit you made for me gave me the strength to pull through.
いっぱいあと思い出をありがとう。自分で決めたことだから、自分のためにやることだからね。だから
That's when I figured it out. I think that's probably when most of you guys figured it out. That's what she was saying all along. I couldn't do anything to help you. I had no idea how much pain and sorrow you were dealing with. You still put on a brave face. You said all that stuff just to keep me from worrying.
いいんだよ。たけるちゃんが悲しむ必要、仕方のないことなんだよ。
分かってる。
ごめん。たけるちゃん。
バカ。なんでお前が謝るんだよ。スミカ。
If anything, I should be thanking you. Thank you for everything. I know you might feel like this was all your fault, but I'm glad I came to this world. If I hadn't, humanity might have been doomed. I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna go back to my world now, so don't worry about me, okay? Get rest. You've been through so much, and I'm sure you're exhausted. Don't worry, though. No one's gonna disturb your sleep anymore. Goodbye.
スミカさん、
She's
とても喜ん
very
でます
happy
よ。
right now.
最後まで
Yes, because she got to stay by your side until the very end.
最後にあなたにこうして語
And
りかけてもら
because
っ
she got
たん
the
で
chance
す
to
か
speak
ら。
with you one last time. You really do know her best. You've changed, you know? You seem a lot more mature now.
スミカさんのおか
All
げで
thanks to her, huh?
スミカさんが私に
She left
思い出を
me
残してくれ
with
た
so
ん
many
です。
memories. Memories.
喧嘩したことも仲直りしたことも
The times we fought, the times we made it
楽
up.
しいこと
All
も
the joy, the
全
pain.
部忘れません。
I'll never forget any of it.
それが思い出になって残っています
These
から。
memories will live on within me.
そして私がリーディングで
And
集
not
め
to
た
mention all those I gained from reading her
Sumika-san
mind.
が
The
残した
feelings she had for you.
大切なものが
She's
たくさん。
given me so many things worth remembering.
それは確かに
These memories aren't my own, but I treasure them all the same.
スミカさんから預かった
Each one a precious
大
gift
切
from
なスミ
her.
カさんは私の中に生きて
Shumika
いま
lives
す。
on through me. So you can go back without any regrets, okay? Kasumi, could you lock the hatch for me? Just give me 5 minutes. Let me cry for 5 minutes. After that, I'll go out there and pretend to hear all these people have been waiting to see.
環境にいます。
I'll be on the bridge. He pulls a Shinji. When I first came to this world, I refused to accept it as reality. I remember feeling sorry for everyone who had to live in this hellhole. For so long I thought I could save the world and these people, but in the end, I was the one who needed saving. Should have known that all along, but I got too caught up in the heat of battle. I get this notion that just because I'd seen the end of the world, I was somehow better than the others, and I lost sight of just how badly I needed them. Character development. I owe you guys so much. Thanks to you, I feel like I know what it means to be a man, and I'll never forget what the people of this world
ま
taught
だ
me.
消えてなかったみたいね。
You haven't disappeared yet?
ヤシロがここだって教えてくれたのよ。
Yashiro told me you were out here.
挨拶
You
は
done
済ん
saying
だ。
goodbyes? I'm done.
そう。じゃあ、もうこの世界に
So you have
思い
nothing
残す
left
こ
to
と
do
は
in
ない
this
の
world
ね。
then? I guess not. There's still plenty of beta left on Earth and even more on the Moon and Mars. Not to mention the unfathomable number of hives that might be scattered across the rest of the universe. I may have a few things undone, but I don't really have a choice anymore. I mean, I never did manage to get you back for deceiving me, even though I promised your other self I would.
それは残
Well,
念
isn't
だ
that
っ
a
たね。
shame? Say that
まあ
again.
とにかくお
Well,
か
at
えり
any
なさい。
rate, welcome back.
よくやってく
You
れた
did great out there. What?
あんたが帰還してから顔合わせてなかったでしょ。悪かったわね。バタバタしてて。
I haven't seen you since you got back, right? Sorry about that. By the way, I've just been so busy. Save it. You've literally never come to see me right after an operation.
そうだった
Really? Never? Nope. Could this mean she's actually upset I'm leaving? Is that why she came out here to see me? Just no freaking way. It'd be a cold
レ
day
ポート読
now.
んだわあの量いろいろあったの
I read your report. Sorry to ask you to write so much after all you went through. It's fine. I don't want to do everything I can before I have to leave, especially since I don't know when I'll disappear. That being said, I'm glad I had enough time to come here before I left. For some reason, this place always makes me feel
そうね
home.
じゃあ急ぎましょう
Then
か
let's get this over with.
はい
Here.
これ
Huh?
使うわよね
You'll be needing this, won't you? This is the handgun she offered
あ
me.
んたはもう因果動態じゃないここで私を殺して
You're not a casualty
別の
conductor.
世界の私
Kill
に
me
死ぬ
here
こ
and
と
it won't affect any of my other selves.
あの時撃たなかったのはそういう
That was probably the
理由
reason
もあ
as
っ
to
た
why
んだ
you didn't pull the trigger last time. Right. I guess that... Grow Live! Thank you so much for the follow. Right, I guess that would have been a problem, huh? I was too caught up on Sumika at the time, so the thought never even occurred to
そ
me.
れに鏡が存在しない今回の転移はそれこそ本当の意味でこの
Since
世界から
Kagami no
消
longer
滅
exists
す
in
る
this world, you'll be completely erased after you
今度
leave.
こそあんたがこの世界に
And not
存
a
在し
single
たこ
soul
と
will
を
ever
覚え
remember
て
you
ない
ever existed.
だから姿を消したあんたが疑われてこの世界に悪名が残る心配もないわよ
In other words, no need to worry if anyone will get suspicious about your disappearance or slander your name.
それとも
You've arrived at a good time.
あんたの質問に
We're
答えて
about
から
to
にしま
finish
せんか？
the entirety of it, maybe 30 minutes left, I'm assuming. Did you want me to answer some questions
聞きたいこ
first?
とや言いたいこと山ほどあるわ
I'm sure you have some burning doubts.
泣き言や恨み言は最後にする
You said you saved all your complaints from me at the very end, didn't you?
今がその
Here's your
最後だね
chance. I appreciate the offer, but I pass. Oh, seriously? I took all this time out of my schedule and that's what you tell me? Sorry to waste your time. The world still needs you. I'm sure you still have plenty of chances to suffer as you continue fighting. The good for humanity, right?
何
She keeps it on her at all times.
それでチャラ
So we're calling it even then.
そんなことでいいなら楽な取引だわ幸いその程度で苦しむほどやわじゃ
Even
な
if
い
it's good enough for you, then I guess that's that. Luckily for me, I'm a pretty tough customer. I can't say I find this game particularly agonizing. Right, how could I forget? Sensei's not an easy nut to crack, that's for sure, and she can be extremely cold and calculating when it comes to achieving her goals, but that's not who she is deep down. If that was the real her, she never would have broken down in front of me and during Christmas. She never would have looked into whether or not the captain's little sister survived. She never would have taken pity on Sumika to the point of giving us even alone time. She accepted the weight of her responsibility and was the one making decisions, and she never got her own hands dirty. But she kept all the pain locked up deep inside, and she never once let it show.
先生私は教え子を持った覚えないわよ
I know I was never your student in this world, but because of you, I was able to make it as far as I did. Thank you. You really were the greatest teacher I could have ever
どう
asked
した
for.
のやっぱり打ちたくなってき
Change your mind? Sensei, I didn't fight for anyone else's sake. I fought because I chose to. Which means I have to live with the consequences of my action. I'm not going to pin the blame on you or pretend like I'm a victim. If I did, I wouldn't be fooling anyone but myself. I've learned that the hard way. Ha ha ha. Yes.
たまあいいの気が変わったらいつでも言いなさい
Well, fair enough. If you do change your mind, let me know.
はいはい分かったわよ
Alright, sheesh, I get it. So I take it you don't have any last gripes you want to send them to me? It's like I'm going to live in the past anymore.
へえ
To be honest, I actually do have a ton of questions I want to ask her, but at this point, knowing the answers aren't going to do me good. Any insights I might glean about this world won't be of use where I'm headed.
じゃあそうね前向きな話でもしましょ
So,
う
how
か
about we start thinking about the future instead?
特に何ってわけじゃないわ
Not that I have anything in
あん
particular
た
in
が消え
mind.
てなくなるまでの暇つ
It
ぶし
just might be a
みた
nice
い
way
な
to
も
kill
の
some time before you disappear. Do some theorizing
推
then.
測何の
Regarding? What kind of world I'll be going back to?
さあはっきりしたことなんて
I don't know the
私に
specifics
も
any
わから
better
な
than
い
you.
ただこっちから干渉して向こうで発生した事象
But
が
I can
消
say
滅
for
する
sure
こ
all
と
the
だ
events
け
you
が
caused over there will be
確か
erased.
そしてあんたが戻されるのが
And you'll go
元の
back to
世界の
October
10月
22nd in your
22
original
日という
timeline. So, nothing else. Everything that happened to Marimo and
安
Sumiko,
心しなさいあんたが関わった結果なら
rest assured,
当然
it
再
will
構
be
成されるわよ
reverted.
同じように元の世界から分岐した白金が
Similarly,
鏡
every
以外と
branch
結
of
ば
the
れた世
timeline in which you
界
felt for
も
someone
再
other than
構築の
Kagami
対
would
象
also
に
be
なるは
subject
ず
to
ね
reconstruction.
間接的にであれ鏡の思念
It
が
may have been
あんた
indirect,
の構成要素を抽出
but
するために
Kagami's
関
desire
係
to
し
see
て
you
い
again
るか
did
らね
affect those branches by pulling out portions of your other selves. So those worlds are gonna have to start from scratch too,
まあど
huh?
のみち起点となる10月22日が再構成される以上 そこから分岐
Think
す
of
る
it
世
this way,
界は
you'll
変わ
restart
る
from
ね
October 22nd. Any worlds that have originally branched out from there would have had to change
そ
anywhere.
の上で元の世界の再構築に必ず
I also
大きく
suspect
影
that
響する
Kagami's
のは
wishes will play a
この
big
世
part in
界の
exactly how
鏡の
your
使命
world will be reconstructed.
あんたの転移現象に関わる全ての
If
原
her
因
will's what brought you in the first place, right? I mean, makes sense.
あんたと鏡が関わった一連の転移現象から世界のあり方には
This series of
人の
interdimensional
意志が
phenomena,
大
though,
きく
has
影響する
proven
ことが確
that
認
human
できた
willpower can influence fabric of reality.
これは因果律拍子論で予見されてい
Something
た
I
現象
predicted
な
in
の
my
よ
quantum causality theory from the start. So that's why you always told me to keep a strong will no matter what kind of complicated scientific hypothesis you
そして
fail.
世界に意志を投影する力は
The power to
誰にでも
project
ある
one's
普遍
will
的
into
な
the
もの
world
で
is extremely rare gift,
非常
not
に
something
特
any
殊な
old
システム
person can do. Which is why you made this the ones that had the ability into 00 unit candidates.
平行世界から漏れ出す因果情報を受け取るには意志というレセ
Alright,
プタ
to
ーが
pick up on a
必要
casualty information leaking out of parallel worlds, one's willpower must act as a
因果情報
receiver.
のやり取りやプロジェクションと全く同じ受け皿のないところ
The
に情報
exchange of
が来
casualty
ない
information works the same way as projection. If the receiver can't pick on it, it fails.
もともと鏡はその資質が飛び
I
抜け
imagine
て高かった
Kagami
か
was
もしれない
receptive from the start.
だからこそ脳髄にされた何百人の中で唯一生き残れ
That
たのかも
being
し
the
れない
reason probably why she was able to go ahead and survive out of the one of only of hundreds of captives.
その鏡の強靭な思念が反映されて再構築された世界
And
に
that willpower of
あんたの帰る
hers shapes the world you'll return
あ
to.
んたにとって都合の悪い世界
That
があ
probably
るは
won't be a
ずが
bad
ない
thing
と
though. As long as Marimo and Sumiko are okay, that's enough for me. Hell, I wouldn't even mind going back to the time in which everyone forgot about me as long as those two didn't get her.
そうそうそういえ
I
ば
almost forgot.
玉瀬からあんた宛てに遺書があるんだけど
Tamase addressed her
Those-
will to you. Do you want it? But she wasn't gonna write one.
後ろ向きな話にはもう興
Well,
味
you're
な
not
か
living in the
った
past anymore, are you? I'll read it.
無理に読むものじゃないわよ本
You
人
don't
は
have to
それは
force yourself
望
if
ん
you
でい
don't
なか
want
った
to.
し
No, I don't
い
want
い
to.
のね
Or I do want to. Sorry. We were in the same class. I can't ignore it. She's the same reason I'm still here. Reading her final testament is the last I could do to repay her.
そうじゃあ後で読むこ
Alright,
とは
well,
できない
clock's
から
ticking. Okay,
やしろ
thanks.
白金たける様、たけるさん、本当にありがとうございました。私はたけるさんからたくさんのことを学びました。だからとても感謝しています。尊敬もしています。たけるさんと出会ってからの2ヶ月、いろいろなことがありました。私がこれまで信じてきたことの意味を真剣に考えなければならないことばかりでした。そんな時、たけるさんの
What
考
would
え
Jesus
方
do?
はうまく言えないけど私の理想だったと思います。辛くてもくじけそうになっても夢は自分で掴み取
I
ら
heard
な
that
きゃ
this
ダメな
scene
んですよ
changes
ね。
based off of whichever
痛みから
character you
逃
like
げたり
spend time with
痛
an
みを大
extra.
事に成し遂げられる
So
こと
I
は
guess that
ないん
makes
ですよ
sense.
ね。
I don't know. I hated Tama so much to begin with, but like
私の夢はやっぱり
I don't know.
みんなに幸せに
Cool
な
Arc
って
made me
ほ
do a
しいという
180.
ことです。
Every character I've been
私の大好
relatively
き
the
な
same
みんな
on,
が
but Tama
世界中の
complete
人たちが
180.
仲良く笑っていられる世界になって
Just
ほ
because
しい
she's wholesome and just naive, you know? Feels bad, but it's just the truth.
だから私は太田作戦を絶対に成功させます。
Although it's probably canon that the Maya
夢
one
の
is,
実
you
た
know,
けるさん
the
が
right
この
one.
手紙を
But
読んでいる時、私はそのために命を落としています。でもこの手紙がたけるさんに読まれるということは世界が平和に向けての大きな一歩を踏み出した証拠だと信じています。遺書を書かないと言ったのに書いているのは私がまだまだ弱いからです。だってきっとたけるさんは書いていないと思うから、早瀬注意には腕立てとか腹筋とか追加されそうだけど、でも胸を張って
That'd be interesting if he didn't write a will and was the only person who didn't die. In fact, I don't think he did write a will.
言うつもりです。
What
た
foreshadowing.
けるさん、まだまだ戦いの日々が続くと思うけど、絶対に幸せになってください。鏡さんを幸せにしてあげてください。最後にもう一つだけ、弱さを見せる私を許してください。私はたけるさん
Oh
を
wow,
愛して
what
ます。
a shocker.
2001年、玉瀬
I never did get to hear what it is you wanted to tell me. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I bet you every single letter ends the same way. The Makoto one would probably be pretty funny. If I started crying now, I wouldn't be able to honor her wishes. Don't cry, not now. They all fought to the bitter end, never asking questions, never even knowing the whole truth. But even so, they paved their own way and kept moving forward. They laid down their lives in order to give the people of this world a chance for a brighter future.
何
My teammates gave their lives to protect this world. What's gonna happen to it
や
now?
っぱりそこは気にな
I had
る
a feeling you'd be concerned. After all I've been through here, the world feels like it's a part of me now. There's not much point in telling me, though.
多分しばらくは安心して
We'll
くれ
be
ていいん
okay
だ
for a
ね
little while.
あんたたちが残してくれた
With
も
all
の
you've given us, the formulas for my theory,
理論や数式
the XM3.
生還することであんたが持ち帰った顎
You
を標
recorded
的な
readings
流
from
動
your
のレコ
conversation
ー
with the
ダー
primary
これだ
objective.
けでも人類は少なく
You
とも
bought humanity
あと
30
30
years. 30 years, huh?
不満あと10年以内に確実に滅亡って状況
Why
だ
so glum? Up until now, we were looking at certain annihilation within a decade. An extra 20 years is huge. I was just surprised, as I wasn't expecting it to be that much.
火星圏までのベータを駆逐するのにどうやってもあと20
It'll
年
take
かかる
20 years to wipe out the beta from here to Mars, if we're even being more
そこ
optimistic.
から先に何年上乗せできるかもしくはできないのか
How long we last after that, or whether we can get that far, depends on us. Of course, there are beta all across the entire universe.
でもそれ以上に大きな
There are,
未解
but
決
that's
の
not our
問題
biggest
がある
problem.
それまでに人類が相国や利害関係
It's whether or not
どれだけ
we,
克
as the
服で
human
きている
race,
の
can
か
set aside differences before it's
先
too
の
late.
20年
And I think this is where integrate comes in, right?
人類に
The
残
next
されるのか
20 years will
そこにかか
depend
ってい
on
る
that. Because I think that the new Muv-Luv that comes out
ベー
next
タとの
year
コミュニ
is
ケーショ
like
ンが
legit
不
takes
可能
place
で
like
はない
a
かと
5 years after Alternative? Thanks to you, we have new proof that communication with the beta
知
isn't
的生
impossible.
命体が背後にいるとなれば講和の可能性だってある
And since there is a race of intelligent life forms behind them, we may even get a chance at
だから
peace.
相応の研
Yeah,
究は
right.
継続されるけど
So we'll be
それ
doing
は軍
research
事利用前提
for
で
military purpose.
相互理解だなんだは直面する脅威を排除してか
We'll
ら
try
だ
to pursue some sort of mutual understanding.
和平するにしろ継戦を選ぶにしろ権利を盾に自分
Whether
勝
we
手
make
な
peace
こ
with
とを
them
考
or
え
continue
る
to
バ
fight,
カ
you
必
can
ず出て
rest
くる
assured knowing that there will always be idiots who try to leverage their authority.
そうなれば今まで通り人類は内輪で戦
So
い
we'll
な
still
が
be
ら
dealing with our
ベ
own
ータに
internal
対処
conflicts
しなけれ
at
ば
the
なら
top.
ないベータとのコミュニケーション以前に人間同
We
士
need to
の
learn to
相互理
understand
解
each
が
other
必
before
要
we
な
can
の
even start worrying about communicating with the
それ
beta.
こそが人類生存の
That's the
鍵に
key
なる
command. Ray, tough guy, thank you so much for the follow. That was actually a really good time for music. She's right. That doesn't apply to this world. It's true in every possible universe. Ignorance is no excuse. You can't take peace for granted until it's gone. Just because you have it today doesn't mean it lasts forever. We have to make sure the pain of the past never fades, but for some reason humanity never learns. We just keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. Even in a world like this where everyone knows how valuable life could be.
何
Everything we've done here, everything we've gained from the sacrifices, wasn't just for nothing, right?
当たり前で
Of
しょ
course not.
あんたたちは
No
間
matter how
違
you
いな
look
く
at it, you
こ
and
の
your
世界を
teammates
救っ
saved
た
this
の
world.
たとえ誰一人することがなかったとしてもその事実は絶対に変わらない
And even if no one knows your names, that fact
た
will
とえ
never
誰一人
change.
あんたたちに感謝しなかった
Even
と
if
して
no
も
one ever thanks you,
人類に未来を残してくれたあんたたち
you
に
have my gratitude for the future
私
you've
は
given
感謝するわ
humanity.
ありがとう白金
Thank you, Shirogane.
あんたはこの世界
You
の
are
救
the
世
savior
主
of this world. Thank you. So then, if I'm the savior, you're the one who raised me. You really are the holy mother, huh?
やめてよそういう
Don't make this weird.
何
I've not gotten my revenge, but you know what? That awkward look may have just made up
Yeah.
for it.
これで心置きなく消滅で
Alright,
き
so
る
you can go home with no regrets then. What the?
どうやら時間が来たよう
Looks
ね
like it's about time. Well then, I'll let you guys take it from here.
さようならガキ臭い
So long, you
救世主
snot-nosed
さん
savior. Cosme, keep an eye on her for me.
はい
I will. Make sure everyone knows what brave heroes we had in Unit A01.
はい
Thank you.
私平和になったら必ず海を
Once
見
this
に行
world
き
is
ま
at
す
peace, I'll go and see the ocean. Do that. Make a lot of memories.
私あなたがどこの世
I'll
界に
always
い
be
ても
watching you no matter what world you're in.
私はあなたを絶対に
I'll
忘れ
never
ません
forget you.
忘れないよ絶対に絶対に
Was that? You mean it? Thanks, Cosme. That means a lot.
また
See you later. Yeah, see you soon. Sorry about that. If my mic was low, I kind of pulled it away for a second. Let me readjust my chair. Final episode. Oh, wait a minute. We've switched back to the extra cursor. It's no longer the Valkyrie's logo. It's a heart. Oh, what do you want? Shut up already. quit screaming. You think I care if it's fair? We've been using the chain lock for as long as I can remember. My mom unlatches every morning. Wait a second, why did my mom leave the chain lock on? Oh, my dad went on vacation and gave Sumika a key to the house. Why'd they do that? Oh, I gotta keep her occupied for another 30 minutes. I'm going back to bed. Night. Cut it out, you're so noisy. What a commotion, huh? It's the exact opening of Extra. Such a rude awakening can hardly be beneficial to mental health. My life here will be an easy one, but so be it. I was prepared for this. Huh? I'm not even prepared to share a bed. Wait. Why am I crying? This ought to do it. She broke the door? What's the matter? You seem like you've seen a ghost. That's what it feels like. Oh, this is bad. I could hear her skipping up the stairs. No, don't come in. Stay away. Don't ask me why, but if you come in, it's going to be really, really bad. She has a point. We'll be tardy. Don't get up. Just stay put. She fell back the stairs. Okay, maybe she'll go home. I have no other choice. I just have to hide her under the covers. I have no clue who this girl is, but she cannot. I cannot let Sumika see her. I'll just have to go ahead and lie my way out of this. Yes, this is how Maya shows up. I've never noticed how frightening her voice could be. I'm gonna pee myself. Are you still in bed? Get up already. No, 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 don't pull it back. You're awake, aren't you? Just forget about me. Go to school by yourself. You know I can't do that. You're getting up whether you like it or not. No, 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 you can't. You mustn't. I'm not getting out of bed today. I don't care what you swore to do. I'm laughing because my worst fear has come true. 60 hours of character development gone. Wiped off the map. Bye. Bye-bye. It's gone. Muv-Luv Alternative was for fucking nothing. I can do nothing but just sit here and laugh. Someone please turn back time. Oh yes, everything's so happy and he hasn't retained anything and he's gonna go back to being the same insufferable idiot that he was an extra. I'm tearing up again? Oh no, but he's gonna have some sort of... Thank you for the follow. I don't know if my rage is inclined with the voice or my rage is inclined with the freaking sound, but... Is it the light? Oh, forget about that. I've got to think of some way to get out of this situation. Good morning, Subika. Nice weather we're having, huh? So, hey, not to change the subject, how'd you get past the chain lock? Hey, can you hear me? Well, then, let's make a deal, shall we? I'm willing to pretend your forcible break-in never occurred. And all I ask for you is that you return and just make a blind eye to the supernatural phenomenon you're witnessing, okay? That's alright. You don't have to say anything, I get it. Even though we've been together since childhood, there are still things that can come between us. Sad as it may be, it's an inevitable part of growing up. There's no choice but just to accept. Is it gonna have the, let's calm down and talk things over. Only barbarians suffer things society. Oh my god. Hey, Sumika. It's the same opening as Extra. Listen to me. And he hasn't changed. What was the point? It's so, like... It's so much of a cop-out. It's laughable. It's so much of a cop-out, it's laughable. We went through 50 hours of pain. The PTSD arc was one of the best works of fiction that I've seen in the medium. I'm at a loss of words. The freaking PTSD arc was so good. The PTSD arc was so good because he goes back and he sees that exactly what it is. The peace is needed, right? The world is built on like this glass. What is it? What is the term? I mean, glass castle or something like that. In which, from the very front, you can go ahead and see that. Oh well, we don't have a war. We're not fighting in a civil war. We're not in a foreign conflict. But at the same time, as it's explained in Alternative, your sovereignty is dependent on another nation. You can't really call that peace. You can't really call that freedom. You can't call that sovereignty. He comes back into the PTSD arc, and he realizes these things. He realizes how important peace is, how important everyday things that occur that may seem really mundane, right? They're super important if you were to go ahead and take the average Joe and throw them into a freaking battlefield. It's like if the average person got sent back into a World War II scenario. They would appreciate the country that they live in, the people around them, 25 to 30 times more than what they do today. I don't even know why I use that number, I'm just mad. And what was the point? That was what the PTSD arc showed. It showed that every action has a reaction, and therefore you have to learn by suffering, because in terms of not being grateful for the world around you, in terms of taking advantage of the mundane, only intense amounts of suffering could ever go ahead and show you the right way. They've alleviated the entirety of the suffering to give us a really weird Deus Ex Machina, everything is completely fine. Watch. Remember when he came back in the PTSD arc and he realized how much he was mean to Sumika and how he shoved her and hit her and did all these insufferable things that you can go ahead and should never do to people? I can guarantee you he does them to her. Because in the PTSD arc, remember, he could never even think about trying to go ahead and be mean or try and hit her or whatever else. In this, I can almost guarantee you he's going to do it immediately. Just because he has learned fucking nothing. The past 60 hours I feel have just been a complete slap in the face. Who really got force-fed Twizzlers? Was it me or was it the 00 unit? This is... Jesus Christ, man. Come on, hit her. Make this perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. Knock it off. You sound like a broken record and it's none of your business. We got 7. It's a fucking 7 remake all over again. They went too far with the writing, and then they had to go ahead and do a cop-out at the end, man. Are you kidding? Oh my god. Oh my god. All that we need left is for every single person in an alternative to go ahead and just randomly show up. That would put this over the edge as it's the best Nice, I'm glad he's back to hitting women. He's truly learned something from the past 60 hours. I can't even read this. This is so like... I'm gonna have to get back to reading this. This is the... maybe one of the biggest letdowns I've ever read in my entire life. This is absurdly bad. What was the point? I'm serious. What was the point? How are you gonna pay repayment for the broken chain lock? How'd you even manage to cut it? Oh, if there's a change at the end, I'll completely revoke every single word that I just said. My mom's gonna be so mad when she sees that you broke it. You know, this has kind of been bugging me for a while. I feel like whenever we talk, we're on different wavelengths. It hasn't? I'm not even gonna read the other dialogue. Is it just me or was that a disguised insult? It's a circle of life. The Q Lion King. Forget it. Now give me back the key.
断る。
At least pretend to consider it. Give it back now while I'm still feeling nice. You know better than to cross me.
いや。
If we're really in the extra timeline, Yuko is about to run over Sumika. She'll hit her with her car. I'm only gonna ask one more time. You cheeky little punk, who do you think you are? Just give me the key.
やだ。それはダメ。
You can't have it. Just give me back my freedom.
やだ。たけるちゃんのこと起こしに行けなくなっ
Never. I would never be able to come and wake you anymore. That's a good thing. I don't want you barging into my house
あ
anymore.
の人はよくって私はダメなん
So
です。
you let her in, but not me? That's not fair. Yeah, Yuko will come run her over right now.
止まった。
Why'd you stop? Come to think of it, she brings up a good point. How'd that girl even get inside of my house? Even weirder, after Sumika knocked me into the stratosphere, she was gone. What if she's not human? What if she's a
相棒って
ghost?
何？
So that's what we're doing here, which... She was never there to
あり
begin
ま
with.
くりだよ。
Yes, she was. Quit butting in at my inner
全
thoughts.
部口に出てたよ。だいたいどう見てもあれ人間でしょ。
You're just thinking out loud. Oh, nice. He's... Oh, she blocked it.
へへ。これ以上は食ら
You
わ
won't be
ない
hitting
よ
me
うだ。
anymore. Look, there's a ghost. This was the true message of Muv-Luv all along. Always remember to beat your significant other. This was worth the 60 hours. Huh? Something came through and landed on my face. What's this filthy little thing? It's that doll. Wait, this is...
いたたた。もう死ぬかと
You
思っ
trying to
た。
kill me? This is...
よかった。取れただけだ。
Isn't
こ
that...
れはウサギさんだよ。それに好きじゃないなんて言わないでよバカ。
It's the truth. This thing belongs in the
じゃ
dump.
あ新しいの買ってくれる？
Why should I buy you a new one?
そう言うと思ったよ。
Fine, suit yourself, and this conversation isn't over. Get me back my... I'm gonna be late. You little... Wait!
待たないよ。
Get out of the road, it's... There we go.
Oh, おはよ
Yuko, don't just morning me, you just hit Sumika.
う。やっぱりそうだったの。
Oh, I thought that might have been her. I thought that might have been her. You're horrible.
まあ大丈夫よ。人間って
That's actually really interesting foreshadowing. This is no laughing
腕のいい
matter.
脳外科医なら紹介するけど。
That's also really interesting foreshadowing.
死ぬかと思
No,
ったよ。
she does at the very beginning of Extra too. It's legit, nothing's changed so far. There hasn't even been a dialogue shift other than him crying once.
おはよう鏡。朝から星になるなんていい技持ってるわね。
At least the foreshadowing is kind of funny. Like I said, it's copy pasted.
先生。
次からは避けてね。
Shouldn't you say you'll be careful next time? We made it.
もうたけるちゃんトドすぎ。
Pretty sure you mean
間
stumbling.
違ってない。トドだよトド。もっとキリンにこう。
How dare you say it to me? If I'm a sloth, then you're a
なん
slug.
だよ。ひどいよ。
Pipe down, you dumb slug.
なめくじに謝
Do you even realize what you just said?
れ。うるさい。私にも謝れ。
ちょっと毎朝騒ぎすぎよ。
あ、榊さんおはよ
鏡さん、白金くん、おはよ
Class rep?
う。まったくあなたたちは毎日遅刻ギリギリで、おまけに入ってきた途端騒がしくて。
そうだそうだ。
鏡さんもよ。
ごめんなさい。
白金くん、黙ってないで。なんとか言いなさいよ。ちょっと人の話聞いてるの？
Why am I crying just from seeing her face? I'm not secretly in love with her.
キモって。ちょっとそれどういう意味？
Freudian slip.
なんですって？
Oh, she's gonna blow. Let's get out of here.
もうすぐホームルームが始まるわ。教室の外に出ないで。
It's a free country. I still have 5
予令は
minutes.
とっくになったでしょ？
Alright, now Tomo's gonna be running in a funny cartoon animated way.
あなたに好きになってもらわなくても構わないわ。いいから席に戻りなさいよ。
You fallen for my ruse.
何するのよ。早くどいて。
朝からなかなか。
And watch, they'll still hate each other.
これは単なる事故よ。それより綾峰さん、挨拶くらい。綾峰さん、
Yep.
聞いてるの？たけるちゃん、榊さん大丈夫？綾峰さん、おはよう。
おはよう。
Oh, here comes Tama. My favorite animation of the game. And she'll land on her knees.
ミキちゃん、大丈夫？千鶴ちゃん、おはよう。すみかちゃんもけいちゃんもおはよう。たけるさんも。
Morning. Tomasa, you should consider leaving home a bit earlier.
あれ？たけるちゃん、どうしたの？
No, he did not cry in the first Muv-Luv. But he doesn't know why he's crying, so what does it matter? It's nothing, but Tama bumped into me.
大丈夫？ちょっと見せて。
It's fine. Come on, we better get back to the class before class rep blows the gasket.
たけるちゃん。
What's up with me this morning? Every time one of these guys grow up, I just start crying. And on top of that, whenever I look them in the eyes, I get a fuzzy feeling. Is it something I ate?
たけるちゃん。なんだよもう。
Because of a really weird Deus Ex Machina. I just had the worst deja vu I've ever had in my entire life. Have we been through this before? Even me saying that. This is weird. Have we? I'm tripping right now. Everything just... Oh, here comes Makoto.
何？
I feel like the beta are about to invade. The person?
足が出てるよ。
The Galaxy Conductor.
まさか。微妙に足が動いてるよ。ケイレン。
早く取ってあげないと。私に任せて。
What? Oh my god. Kashiwagi's not even in extra.
足の動きが止まった。
Kashiwagi's not even in extra. You don't see her.
急いで。ヨロイさん。いやー、一時はどうなることかと思ったよ。
Honey Justinia, thank you so much for the follow.
死んだかと思っちゃった。
What the? Shikoto?
人騒がせなんだから、ヨロイさんは。
She's a femoid now?
やっぱいいね、日本は。しかも人がいる
The
って
true
安
question
心
of
す
the
るね。
time.
今度はどこに行ってき
At
た
least we can go
の？
back to Fishing Friday. Not that there's anything strange, but
たける、久しぶりだね。背伸びた？なんかもう3年くらい会ってないような気がするけど。
Makoto's always been a girl, right?
それにしても参ったよ。起きたらマグロ漁船みたいのにスマキ状。みんなおはよう。
At least she's
さあ、
fine.
席ついて。
The one thing that we could all just be happy about.
起立。礼。着席。それじゃあ出席取るわね。
The only thing redeemable at this ending
あや
has.
みねさん。
ごくまれに。
I'm tearing up over Marima. What the hell?
まあ、ヨロイさんまでよかった。はい、父の一瞬の隙をつ
Oh,
い
he
て
legit is
マ
crying.
ラッカ海峡で LPG タンカーに。
First off, I'm calling Makoto Shikoto. Now something feels weird about the name Marimo. Something's off, but
あれ？そういえば、今
oh,
日
this
ゴーダ
is.
君
No, he
お休み。
transferred schools. Goda. He used to transfer soon. They got kicked out of Class D and pawned on to us.
さて、今日は皆さんに
Yep, bad news.
ゴーダ君
Yeah,
が
he transfers
転
at
校して
the
し
end
まい
of
ました。
Akane Maniacs.
転校です。
It hasn't even 2 months since he got here. I'm pretty sure he was working as the acting representative of the Culture Festival.
なんでも急に野球の実力校からスカウトが来たら
The
しいの。
Akane Maniacs timeline is still in place. We're gonna miss him, not really. Did you know Goda transferred? Not until now. He came out of nowhere and vanished like a
どうしち
shooting
ゃったんだろう。
star. What do you think happened? Beats Makoto might
ヨロイさ
know.
ん、仲良かったからね。
They must have gotten along well because they're both weirdos. They're extremely magnetized. I felt like those two didn't even need words to communicate with one another. In fact, I'm pretty sure I never once heard them speak.
じゃあみんなも精一杯悲しんだところで
I don't think anyone's had
転校生を紹介し
transfer
ます
students? Not transfer
まだ
student?
ですか
Students?
今度は女の子よ。白金くん、よかったわね。
It's one's Maya, but alright. Yep, Maya, of course. But that ended with an S. No, don't say that. She dies in this timeline. Haven't you read extra? Man, do I have to be the oh no, I guess you haven't. I didn't stream extra.
はいはい、白金くん。
No.
はしゃぎ
Her
すぎよ
sister's dead in this timeline. An extra.
今日から皆さんと一緒に勉強することになった
Well,
三剣
spoiler.
名誉さん
Her
です
sister's dead in a car accident.
名誉だ。以後見知りおくがよい。
That's the girl who woke up next. I woke
そ
up.
してもう一人。三剣優飛さんです。
ゆうひと申します。3年 B 組の皆様、以後お見知りおきいただきますようよろしくお願いいたします。
Are you serious?
あら、白金くん。
I felt like I broke my hand on the desk
知り
slam.
合い？ゆうひさんと名誉さんはずっと海外に留学していて、日本に戻ったのはつい最近だから、みんなちゃんと面倒見てあげてね。
This is worse than losing a game of Warhammer. This is losing 60 hours of my time. So they've been studying abroad? What are you guys doing? Quit staring at me.
共に過ごせること嬉しく思うぞ。
And now the harem begins. They'll start cheering.
名誉でよい。
And she'll say something along the lines of, I can't wait to be with you forever. And then it will show the shocked reactions of every single character.
夢心地であった。
There you go.
傍らにそなたのぬくもりを感じて眠れたのだからな。
Wow. Call me a freaking psychic.
昨晩真珠に姿が見当たらないと思えば、そなたそのような抜け駆けを。
先手必勝と申します。いかに相手が姉上とはいえ、こればかりはやすやす
Oh,
と
we
譲
haven't
り
gotten
ま
to
せ
the
んゆ
harem
え。
yet. We haven't gotten to the cooking arc.
見事ですね、名也。ですがこれより先、タケル殿がそなたの気髄にかなうなどとは思わぬがよい。
は、重々、肝に銘じておきます。
Cosme, now, considering that Cosme has to be forking, look at that, protect. Now that Cosme is the only one who has to get stuck back in Alternative, she became my favorite character. I'm glad that we were able to go ahead and the writing staff was able to at least make a single sacrifice. That's good. Cosme was such a good character. Cosme was such a good character, and she had to take the sacrifice, and she'll live on in Alternative now, and that's awesome, you know. And watch Cosme show up. Yeah, right. No, I'm serious. It's not sarcasm. I really like Cosme a lot. I really like. It's not sarcastic. I really like Cosme. I don't know what you guys are on about. She's not gonna be here.
私たちは天狗だ。
ちょっと
Oh,
あ
they're
なた
back.
たちは。
名誉様と由比様のお世話をさせていただいて、
Feels
こ
good.
の度
I
私
actually
た
miss
ちも
them.
この3年 B でやることに
Oh god, this didn't happen. At least Tsukiyomi's here.
様いたい。
What are you being sarcastic about then?
皆様、大変お騒がせいたしました。
What the hell is going on
我
now?
が三剣家に仕える者たちのご無礼、何卒平にご容赦を。
進化の比例は主の責任。皆の者、
No,
許すがよいぞ。
they're not.
いいのよ。
I'm sure glad that
気にしないで。
60 hours was
海外が
worth
長
it.
かったんだもの、仕方ないわよね。
No, that's
気を
nothing to
取
do
り
with
直
it.
して、席決め
Oh,
ま
this
し
is
ょ
a freaking
ね、
pain to
席。
read. Who would win, the ending of Muv-Luv versus the freaking tentacle
そう
scene?
ね。白金の両隣にしましょう。ちょうど空いてる
Hello,
から。
Yuko.
あんたたち、さっさと自分の席に着きなさい。せっかく空けた席でしょ。
は、心得ております。
恐れ入ります。
They've got their names in
ちょ
them?
っと光月先生、なんでここにいらっしゃるんですか？さっちゃと終わらせたわよ。時間を無駄にするのって好きじゃないのよね。だったら職員室に戻ってください。それにどのクラスの席順勝手に決めないでいただけますか？何よ。
Wow, I would go to school every day, haha.
わざわざあんたの尻拭いしに来てあげたのに。私の尻拭い？そうよ。一人忘れていったでしょ。一人は。
Yeah, don't say that.
あらら。いくら存在感が薄いからって、
Oh, we're forgetting
担
someone.
任教師がそんな薄情なことしていいのかしらね。それはその。
That reaction image is one of my favorite.
まったく、そんなんじゃ教師以前に人間失格ね。あら、再起不能？仕方ないわね。成り行き上、私が代わりにやっといてあげる。ああ、そういえばこのクラスの佐藤と田中、2人とも親が急に栄転したとかで昨日。
Seriously, all the seats next to mine are
じゃ
empty?
あマリモが忘れたもう一人紹介するね。いいわよ。はい。
Oh my god. I sure am glad I did not shed a tear over this
今日
game.
からこのクラスに入
The
る
only tear I'm gonna be
八代かすみ。
shedding is the fact that this was a waste of 60 hours.
八代かすみです。
Holy fork. I have never seen a bottle job this hard.
皆さんよろしくお願
At least she looks nice. Do I know that girl
八
from
代は
somewhere?
生まれも育ちもロシアで日本に来たのは初めてらしいわ。そうね。はい。
I must be mad.
来年の4月に飛び級進学で白領大に
She
入るんだ
skipped
け
several
ど、
grades. Yeah, what is she
生
like
活環
5?
境と同期生に慣れておくために
No, it
まず
actually
ここ
wasn't a
に
waste.
来た
I
って
take that
わ
back
け。
completely. I've never had support like this in my entire life, and the community of Muv-Luv is awesome. No matter how much I may go ahead and think that this ending is absolute garbaggio.
まあ見ての通り
The
人見知
community,
りで存
freaking
在
Muv-Luv
感
community
薄
is
い
one
子
of the
だ
best
け
I've
ど
ever seen of
よ
any
ろしく
BM.
面倒見てあ
Actually,
げ
any
てちょうだ
game,
い。
any piece of media. Muv-Luv community is absolutely elite. And I feel like I recognize it from somewhere. Like, we've been through a lot together. But we're just meeting her for the first time, so why does her face feel familiar? Face seems familiar, familiar.
そこに。はい。ほらま、復活したわ。
She looks different now. Did her hair just magically get different? I've been in a weird mood today. I'm just delusional. Deja vu tends to happen when your brain's on low on energy.
私、鏡すみか。席が隣になったのも何かの縁だね。
はい。三剣名也だ。同じ日に転校してくるとは何やら因縁めいたものを感じるな。はじめまして八代さん。私は
That's probably what it is. No, she does. They're just short.
よろしくお願い。
Shorter. I'm sure gonna talk to her. Nice to meet you,
Yes,
Yashiro. Boy, you don't know how really dying to see about at least one of our new classmates. I'm a total nut. Why did she go dead silent? What's the matter? Did you start? Don't start crying. Was it something I said? Maybe she retained memories? Huh? Huh? Aww. The only one the freaking only person who was punished throughout this whole thing, the only person who went through development. What the hell? Aww.
ありがとうございます。
What did Sumika do? She just met Sumika for the first time. What is she thanking her for? Look at Yuko pop up in the back.
たけるちゃん、八代さん
Yep,
泣
she's
か
the
し
only
た。
one who remembers.
白 白金くん
No, it wasn't
ひ
me.
どいよタケル
No, seriously, all I said was nice to
あ
meet you.
らあら転校初日の女子に泣かれるなんてなんか訳ありなんじゃないの
Stay out of this. You just make everything worse, Yuko.
タケル、どうやら因縁めいたものがあったのは
Huh?
そのあたりのご事情是が非にも伺いたいものですが
No, I don't think Yuko
嫌
does.
ですわタケル様紛らわしいのでどうかゆっとお呼び
タケルちゃんが三剣さんにくっついたタケルさんそんなことしちゃダメですよ
そうだよダメだよタケル
I fell into something nice and soft.
白金大胆
Haha.
もっとする
Tama was the one who.
先生クラス員として提案があります
No
何
way.
かしら榊さん
転校生がたくさん来たので席替えしましょう席替え
賛成です
あらでもあなたたちは目が悪いとか前が見えないから
それはもう大丈夫になりましたから
あそうなの
神宮寺教諭なりませぬぞ転校初日から席替えなど混乱こそする
僭越ながら私も席替えには反対よ
ダメ絶対席替えするの
僕は別に今のままでもいいかな
席替え
みんなお願いだから落ち着いて
わかったのここは私に預からせてちょうだい
Let me guess. The cook-off. The cook-off.
あんたたちには料理対決をしてもらうわ
ちょっと待ってください。なんでそういうことに。
優勝者には白金の隣の席を与えるどう
ちょっと優子
やりますやらせてください
ヤシロ
What was the point?
あんたはどうする
やります
Oh, Cosme's joined the harem. Fantastic.
あんたは恋愛原子核なのよ
恋愛原子核？
おそらく原子核の電子を捉える電磁力の
My Cyan Force. Thank you so much for
その力の存在を物理的に解明できれば誰でもモテモテの時代が来るのマリも待っててね
大きなお世話です
私は勝つよ必ずね
僕だって負けないよ
私も自分の手で掴み取ります
ねえねえ春子ああ茜もう休み時間だってのに B 組は何の騒ぎ
それがさ転校生たちとクラス女子の間で白金くんの争奪戦が始まっちゃって
へえそれで千鶴も熱くなってるのか
あかね勘違いしないでよ私はあくまでクラスの風紀のためなんだから
無理すんな
ちょっとあやみねさん
姉上存外に厳しい戦いを強いられるやもしれませぬな
三剣の戦に敗北は許されません心してかかりましょう
共に王道を行く者として存分に戦いかの者たちに道を表しましょうぞ
そうですね
Oh my god.
ヤシロさん
There's Hayase and there's Haruka.
私かすみでいいです私みんなにもかすみちゃんにも絶対負けないから私も負けませんよーし正々
And it's gonna end with the opening
お
of
互い
X 3.
頑張ろうね
What was the point? What was the point? I'm serious. What was the point? Every single thing that mattered in this game had just been undone. What did he learn? Forking nothing. What was the point? What was the character development? I'm muting this. At the start of Extra, okay? At the start of Extra, Takaru Chakru is a guy that can't even spell his own name. I'll keep it on then. Chakru at the start of Extra can't even spell his own name, guys. Can't even spell his own name. Unlimited, he learns the alphabet. By the end of Alternative, he won the national spelling bee. It's like watching a guy who doesn't know how to walk win a goddamn marathon. And what does he end with? What's his gold medal? A time loop. That'll bring him back to the point in which he didn't learn how to walk at all. Or didn't learn how to learn the alphabet. What was the point? I mean... I'm trying to come up with words, you guys. And they're not coming up. They're really not. There's very few times that I've been let down this hard by an ending. And to be honest with you guys, endings are a really, really big part of... Yeah, whoa. Without question. Elite, okay? On the bright side, you're right. Undefeated. Goes without question. My big gripe is endings. Always. Forever will be. It's probably my biggest flaw as someone who goes and reviews stuff. Endings have to, in my mind, be great to perfect. And the reason being is because I think that the ending is the most important part of the story. It's the culmination of every single arc, theme, everything, the setting, the character development. All of it is supposed to go ahead and be into this culmination of the ending. The ending is supposed to be the final cherry on top. The final, this is what we mean. If you have an ending that went against the meaning of the past 60 hours of what I've read, I'm including Unlimited in this, of course. If you have an ending that went against the past 60 hours of what we've read, right, what was the point? It's a slap in the face to everything that had been built up. Taku went back to being insufferable. He didn't learn any lessons, okay? The timeline went back to normal. Okay, that's great. Let's say he goes back into Extra, but he has some PTSD or he remembers it. At least Taku will have learned the lesson from Alternative. And that's what I thought they were pushing for. I thought that was the entire point. Have this absolute normie, right, go in and go to a timeline in which he has to save the world. A timeline in which 5 billion people have already been smoked out by an alien threat. Okay? And he's going to be on the life and death drama. Absolutely. Life and death. Doesn't know what the next day is going to bring. Okay? And then he was going to come back to our timeline, right? Completely a different person. Justifiably so. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't have a newfound respect for peace or their country? Even just like I said earlier, every mundane thing. Who wouldn't have that? Okay? Every single person that would be inside of that situation, okay, they would learn something. I'm going to keep your word on that. I am. In terms of being really particular about endings, unfortunately, this one just did not do it for me. It didn't drive home the theme. And I'll consider it an epilogue instead of an ending. But I don't also want to think that Alternative ended the way it did either, because I really wanted... Oh, what, we're going to go back to peaceful... Oh my god. There's no more epic crash music with 00 Unit holding the rabbit. Okay, we're going to go ahead and watch the interview with Yoshimune. Apparently, someone told me on Discord that I'll go ahead and clear things up. See more to me ways to cry. Yes. Yes. That's how I would have written this as well. 100%. Also, we have gallery. Ain't clicking that or else I'm going to freaking probably see the tentacle scene. Oh, man, you guys. What a letdown. Okay. Alright. We're going to go ahead and watch this now. I hope you guys stick around. We might as well. We spent, what, 50 hours watching this? We might as well go ahead and see what the culmination was, what the author wanted us to feel from the very beginning. Let me go ahead and Muv-Luv. Creator answers your questions. spelled incorrectly. It is a 17-minute video. I really hope you guys can stick around for this one. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and close out Alternative. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys can want to make sure we're good here. Can you guys see the screen? Can you guys see YouTube? Want to make sure. If not, I can go ahead and just Alt Tab or just go on my phone. But I don't want to start until you guys can both hear it and see it. It's up on my end, and I think OBS has done it as well. I'm hoping so. Looks like it's good. I just Alt Tabbed. Okay. If there's any audio change, anything that's different. Okay. Unmuted. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and put this up to here and let us watch.
はい、ということでね、
If you guys can go ahead and hear it okay, please let me know.
ご紹介していきたいと思いますので、アダムお願いします。
はい、まずは
Wait! I met this guy tonight! No way! This was one of the guys in Muv-Luv Discord. This guy's an absolute mad lad. He's a Yuko profile picture master race. That's so funny. I can't believe this. I'm going to totally have to DM him after this. That's so funny. Provided it's the same person.
ストーリアさんからの質問ですね。マブラブエクスポ最高でした。普段コンベンションに行けないような海外の人間としてすごく嬉しかったです。そこで、吉宗さんに質問です。マブラブのメッセージは何ですか？
That's a tough question to answer.
以上以上。ざっくりしてね。
いや、確かに、なんか日本人の頼りに比べると、アメリカ人からもらってるもの、
This guy speaks fluent, like fluent Japanese. Wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. That's really epic,
ものすごい
actually.
端的だよね、やっぱね。
It's gonna be me after I have to
これ
go
言
ahead
語
and read
形態の
Swakowaki
違いもあると思うんだよね。
Muramasa.
例えば文字が音を示す
I don't
文
really
字
need the
か
heart
意
rate
味を示す
monitor
文字か
anymore,
っていう
so it
こ
is
と
going
で
to
文化と
unfortunately
か
be taken off.
だから日本人はさ、結論言うまで結構長いじゃん。
あ
最初に物語言いたがるじゃん。だけどやっぱりね、やっぱり欧米圏とかアメリカなんか特にね、多民族で英語の共通で喋るから、理解を最初にするために、ちゃんとね、端的にこう、自分の思ってることや結論の先に言うけど、なんでアダムは物語から始まるのかなみたいなね。それはアダムが心がもう日本人になっちゃってるからだな、みたいな。
どうなんでしょうね。
知らんがな。ということでね、マブラブのメッセージは何ですかって言われてもな、まあ、メッセージはいっぱいあるんだよ。その、一番端的なもので言ったら、人生っていうのは選択と決断で、その結果を受け止めて、受け入れて。
Then why? I figured this. I figured this from the very start. From the very, very start, I figured that this was the whole meaning behind it. I said it in the coup arc. I said it in the PTSD arc. Why would you shoehorn in an ending like that if the entire point of the story is about accepting results of struggle and making, you know, decisions and stuff like that? What's the point? Why? Thematically,
反省するとか、そういうことじゃない。とにかく、ありのままのものとして受け止めるだけ。ね、評価っていうのは、その、自分の成長や時代で変わるから、いいことか悪いことも全部真正面から受け止めて、また前に進む。これを繰り返せっていうことを、僕はとにかく、言ってるつもりです。だから、タケルはそれを繰り返してますね、実際。で、何度でも立ち上がってるじゃないですか。だから、まあ、ここでね、やっぱ長い、端的な質問に、いろんなそのマブラブにある複合的なメッセージを言ってもしょうがないんで、まあ、まず一番最初に伝えたかったものとして、まあそういうことを、言っていますと。で、その、日本人の場合はその受け入れるものに、そのマブラブを作った当時ね、日本が全然してこなかった、なんていうのかな、その、近代の、歴史、明治以降のね、歴史っていうものを、日本がどういう歴史を歩んだかっていうのをちゃんと静止して、いいものも悪いものも静止して、それを受け止めて、じゃあ自分はどうなんだって自分の手で調べて、ね、人のあれじゃなくて、ね、人の価値観とかじゃなくて、自分で結論を持って、で、前に進むっていうことを当時の若者にやってほしかった。 それは、シン・ゴジラでも描かれたように、
Want to
ア
make
メリカの
seems like
核
he's
の傘の
failed.
中で平和を享受して
This、is talked about
そ
in
れ
the
で
coup arc
平
for
和だ
sure.、
自由だなんて言っている、砂上の楼閣っていうね、まあその虚像なんですよ、日本の
That's like
平和。
my. Hey, I said glass castle. He says house built on sand. I was really good, maybe, at picking up all the
で、
all
平
the
和だ、自
political
由だなんていうの
subtext.
は、もう現実を直してない典型なんだよね。そういったところ
That's
か
a
ら
powerful
始めない
statement.
と、
It's a really
頑
powerful
張れって言
statement.
えなかったから、そういう世界構造も全部突きつけたわけで。だからまあ、基本はさっき言った、自己選択、自己決断。で、それを結果を、清濁受け入れると。で、前に進む。これを繰り返せと。いちいち立ち止まって判断したら良かったのか悪かったなんて言ってる暇ねえんだよって話じゃない。うん。そのうちおのずと結果出るから。うん。だって、まあよく言うけど、きつかったこと、辛かったこと、嫌だったことも、それを経験したおかげで、その後に起こったことを乗り越えられたり、ね、あ、こうだったんだなと思えたとしたら、それは昔あった悪いこと、きついこと、ネガティブなことは、プラスだったってなるわけ、その時。でも、この時の評価を確定させちゃって、あれは悪いことだったんだってずっとやっちゃっ
Which
た
was
ら、
what the point
も
of
う
the
それにとらわれ
PTSD
て
arc
生きる
was.
ことにな
This
る
is
んだよね。
see this theme right here is what I wanted the game to end with.
Looking forward. ね。
Because he would have learned.
Looking forward.
forward.
Forward. はい。
じゃあ次の質問へ。
次の質問はね、バルヤファさんからの質問です。吉宗さん、おはようございます。
おはようございます。
おはようございます。こんにちは。そして、こんばんは。全部入ってるね。
はい。
僕の質問は、スミカとメイヤをメインヒロインにした理由は何ですか？二人は記号的に何か関係がありますか？例えば、メイヤのその侍の、
なるほど。なるほど。そういうことね。はい。またね、すごく、ざっくりとしたっていうかね、すごい端的にスパッと言ってくれて、やっぱ俺、海外の方が合うな。うん。とりあえず、どこの誰で、何の戦士で何で戦ってますっていう前置きを入れてくれてないっていう。うん。ね。うん。そういうのがね、ないので、すごいね、早いですね。これは、スミカとメイヤをメインヒロインにした理由っていうことの、大きいことっていうのはね、まあ、いわゆるテンプレートヒロイン、メインヒロインのテンプレート。要するにマブラブっていう、こっちが訴えたいものを分かってもらうために、当時の美少女ゲームで一番メインヒロインっぽい、そのキャラクターであり、ビジュアルを持っているものとしてスミカを設計したわけ。髪の毛が赤くて、黄色いリボンしてて、隣に住んでて、幼馴染でとかっていうのを全部やったわけね。で、ベンチマークだったのは、トゥーハートのあかりちゃん。やっぱ人気あったからね。赤髪で黄色いリボンしててって。うん。で、メイヤっていうのはそれの対比になるわけだから、青い髪の毛で、こっちがアホでバカのね、アホガールだとしたら、こっちは堅物で世間知らず。ね。これは、一番のテンプレートで言うと、これ、うるせえ奴らのテンプレートなんですよね。高橋留美子先生が発明した、その後、もう、今の萌えとか、そういうものを全部させてる、うるせえ奴らが発明したテンプレートなんですよ。マブラブの、枠組みって。うん。諸星あたるくんっていう鈍感で、ね、能天気な、ね、優しいけど、明るく素直じゃないやつに、いろんな女が周りに集まってきて、ドタバタはちゃめちゃになる。だから、基本的に今あるオタクの萌えとかいうのは全部高橋留美子先生が起源だと俺は思ってるわけ。うるせえ奴らにないテンプレートがないっていう。うん。だから、例えば、みことだったら、ね、龍之介だっけ海が好きって言ってるね。お父さんが娘を、ね、男の子として育ててる。これ、ベルサイユのバラとかもあるんだけど、元ネタとして。うん。なんかね、そういう、わかりやすいテンプレートに置くことで、そこから慣れてってもらって、そういうキャラクターがドーンって違うのに行くっていう。相手とのコミュニケーションで、言いたいことを言うんじゃなくて、相手が理解できるような言い回しをするっていうブリッジで設計されたのが、キャラクターたちです。で、さっき言った記号的なメッセージで言うと、 これね、日本人のお友達はね、何度か聞いてると思いますけども、スミカに対して、スミカっていうのはこの物語のすべての元凶であり、軸であり、ね、まあ、今から超絶なネタバレを聞くことになるけど、真犯人でありっていうね、ことなんですけども、メイヤっていうのは、ある意味、その、名前が示すように、暗い夜っていう名前なんだよね、あれ。まあ、メイって闇っていう意味で、夜は夜でしょ。で、お姉さんが夕日だよね。悠久の光なんだよね。だからこう、対比される存在で、その虐げられている中で、双子の妹として、
Thank you so much for the follow, Farseer.
当てられてっていうようなね、ものがある。これ、で、メイヤっていうのは、三剣でしょ。三剣っていうのは刀なんです。刀なんです。ね。刀何？ブレード、スウォード何？刀で通じるのか。
刀通じますよ。
刀なんです。三剣、ね。刀なんです。で、みんなをね、わわわわって皆さん仲良くしてくださいっていう日本人の和。ね。日本っていうのは昔、大和っていう名前で、大きい和だったでしょ。大和って書くでしょ。大きい和だったんです。ね。大和。みんな、円とか和で結ばれてる、和人っていう。だから、そういう和と調和を保つ曖昧さ、日本人特有の曖昧さ、曖昧にすることによって、その争いとかそういういさかいを調和しようっていう、バッファーを持とうっていうことが、象徴が和なんですけど、それの、キャラクター化されたものが玉瀬なんだよね。ね、で、玉っていう。ね、玉っていうのは大切な宝物とかそういう意味があるんだけど、日本で言うとそれは勾玉っていうのがあるんですね。はい。ね。勾玉なんです。その和ですね。首飾り、ね、こういうところにつけたりっていう。和なんでね、首の。で、次、で、それで、あやみで、けいちゃんだね。その、ちいちゃんが今追っかけてるね。ストーカーしてるね。弛緩しまくっているね。あやみねでございますけども、あやみねは、あでやかな峰何のことかって富士山のことなんですね。霊峰富士のことなんです。あでやかな峰、ね、あやみねですね。はい。で、慶願の慶って字もついてるでしょ。で、富士山があると。で、それで、榊千鶴の榊っていうのは、お榊っていうのは神棚に備えるものですね。神棚に備える神聖な、ね、植物ですよね。で、なんだドカーンって。なんだ
The beta.
で、鎧みことのね、鎧って、これ鎧だよね。武具だよね。自分の身を守る武具でしょ。で、神宮寺まりも、ね、神の宮司なんでね、あれ。5時で寺になってる時もあるんだけど、神宮寺はね、神の司のね、宮司さんだからね、神の宮司だ。で、これがみんなをすべてるわけだよね。で、スサノオがいて、タケルがいて、で、ヤマタノオロチを模した、アゴ標的がいてって、これ、日本の国作りの神話をベースとしたお話なんですよ。実はマブラブってね、設計上。はい。で、八代かすみっていうね、八代かすみちゃんがいるでしょ。
はい。
八代っていうのは、ね、鏡。ね。鏡すみか、鏡だよね。はい、鏡と玉と剣っていうのは、日本の三種の神器っていう、日本創生の宝なんです。
Like the girl below him was just dumbfounded.
で、それが、八代に収まってるんですよね。はい。で、その名は体を表すって日本で言うんだけど、キャラクターの運命や立場やそういったものが、名前に現れてますよねって話なんです。はい。また初めて知ったような。初めてか。
初めて。
ネタバレなんでね、これね。はい。はい。そういうことなんですね。はい。なのでね、さっきも言ったように、僕はね、マブラブが海外でもこんなに受けるなんていうことは、本当に想定外で、 本当に日本の当時の2000
Might
年
be able to
代
pick it up
の、
earlier.
なんていうのかな、ゆとり教育とか、まあ、ゆとり教育始まったかな、例えば日本の近代史を、左翼の先生が全然教えないとか、自分たちのルーツとの
Then get
断
this guy
絶
and
が
Ben
あった
Shapiro
世
in a
代
room.
に対して、とにかく、エンターテインメントを通して、伝えたかった。で、海外だとね、割と、ヨーロッパなんかもそうだけど、低学年の時は神話を教えるんだよね。物語だから。難しい歴史を教えてもわかんないから、まず国の創世神話を教えたりするの、歴史で。で、だんだん高校とか中学で、その難しい歴史とか世界史とか教えていくんだけど、日本史と世界史なんて分けてるのは、俺はナンセンスだと思って、日本も影響を受けてんねん。だから、世界史しかないのよ、本当は。日本史っていうのはね、ちょっとカテゴライズされた狭いものになるから、まあ、例えば、フン族っていうのがね、西に押されて、それが、ゲルマン民族の方まで浸透してって、ゲルマン民族がさらに押し出されてって、ゲルマン民族の大移動っていうのが起きたりとかね。これ、世界はね、連鎖してるんですよ。で、そういうのってなんか、寒冷期になって作物が取れなくなってるから移動するとかって結構、商標期とか、気温が関係してるってことが分かってきたりとかしてて、やっぱり人類の歴史や戦争、そういうのは俯瞰してみないと分からないわけ。影響の試合っていうのは。だからそういうものをもう自分の生活と自分の半径1メートルじゃなくて、日本とかだけじゃなくて、もう世界の一部のここにいてこうなんだっていうことをもっと意識してほしいなって、客観視点、俯瞰視点を持ってほしいなと思って、当時の若者にね。それで自分の立ち位置をね、自分なりに日本はこうなんだ、ああなんだっていうことを仮説でもいいから、とにかく一回ゲットして、対論して、どんどん自分の立ち位置を磨いてって強化のものにすれば、海外の人と、お前の国ってどういう国なのって言われたときに、俺の国はねってちゃんと語れるようになるところで、立脚点をね、持てるんじゃないかと思って、マブラブを作りました。だから、最初の初等教育と一緒だから、神話をベースとして、神話のメッセージと記号をベースとして、そこから逆算してばらしていって、現代の学園ものに、こうつなげていって、ね、さらに創世神話に最後に行くっていうことは、途中、近代史的な、この日本の近代史的な状況を繰り返しながら、最後に神話にたどり着くって何かっていうと、で、シュニカがリセットした世界が始まるでしょ。だから、もう古い教育やそういうのはおしまいだと。だから、こっから新しい神話を得て、我々は日本人としてまた歩み始めるんだっていうことを、俺は、若い子たちに、それは右とか左じゃなくて、自分の信念としてそれを持っていきなさいよっていうことを訴えたくてマブラブを作ったのね。うん。そういう、なんていうのかな。スミカが最後に示すものもトゥルーラブだけど、本当の愛っていうのはどういうことか。メイヤが示してる。うん。おばあちゃん助けるときに。本当ね、国家というのは政府のことではないぞって。でも、タケルにとっては国っていうと政府のことなのよ。うん。政府のことだと思ってる。うん。アメリカって言ったらトランプだと思ってるみんな。違うから。うん。ね。それだけを見てアメリカを見るっていうのはね、俺が24を見てアメリカ人が全員ああいうやつだというのと同じだからね。うん。そういうことじゃないですよっていうね。うん。そういうカテゴライズは良くないと。うん。まあそういうね、ことで、つけた、名前でございますということで。わかったかな？はい、ということでね、海外のユーザーさんからいただいた質問もね、
Where is that even
ご紹
coming
介してい
from?
きたいと思います。
Well, that I think that does it. That about wraps it up. At the end of the day, it really does change my you know what? No. We've got to go out with music. This is like the longest VN that I've ever streamed. We've got to go out. The most successful. We've got to go out with a bang. Okay. I want to go ahead and say, first off, thank you so much to everyone, every single person. This has grown my follower count by 4 to 5 times, and it's going to take some serious reflecting on that ending, because at the end of the day, right, I hate it. Upon initial glance, I hate it. right? I think it's a complete cop-out to someone that couldn't double down on all the sad stuff that happened, so he had to write a Deus Ex Machina tier thing in which everything's going to be Daijobu. But when you hear it explained like that, it's true. It's completely true. Takaru, from what we've seen at the end, has latent memories of Alternative, right? And if we could consider Alternative to be a turning point, modern history, let's say in the 1900s modern history, okay? So still kind of modernism, not exactly postmodernism, but just modernism. Takaru went through the entirety of that, in a sense a story of creation, as Yoshimune said, to go ahead and create something in which the timeline was allowed to reset. In that sense, learn from the history, okay, and then start over again from the very, very start. And now it's up to Takaru to decide whether or not he learned from his lessons. They're still there latently. He cried. Yashiro obviously cried. But at the initial glance, he doesn't learn from the lessons. And I think the reason behind that is because if this is supposed to be a critique of modern society, right, of indoctrination, of a people hating itself, of a people being subjugated, of a people not having sovereignty, of a people not knowing true peace, if this is a story of that, of course it only makes sense as to why he gets set back to the very beginning with no memories, because then that would imply that the average person who's reading the story, right, the average Japanese male, the average European male, as it said, I'll go ahead and, you know, ties a little bit closer to myself, okay? They wouldn't be able to go ahead and resonate with that. Because if that was the case, then they would decide that our history's already been done. We've already learned from the past. Instead, it ends in an open-ended decision as whether or not we can decide to go ahead and learn from the past, or can continue down the same exact shred of mistakes that we've always made. So I'm polarized. Very, very polarized. I'll probably save this rant for another video. Before I head out, I just want to go ahead and say thank you guys so much. The follower count has gone up 4 or 5 times. I couldn't even imagine having 100 followers, and as someone noted in the stream, I hit 350. It's just, it's a dream that I never would have even, there's no words to describe it. Depending on response, of course, if you guys want me to go ahead and stream Altered Fable and really go ahead and do all the Muv-Luv stuff, I will gladly do so. I may take a break just to go ahead and get up to school, but then again, I also may just be back tomorrow. I don't know yet. You guys will have to let me know if you want to go ahead and read the spiritual successor. Of course, I'm going to read Integrate because maybe I should say that for another time, but I think that Integrate will be really, really good because I think that if the alternative is just a dissertation, a critique of modernity, right, of society. No, you didn't hear the dog. That was me spinning my microphone. If like that, if it's a critique of modern society in 2003, and I can only assume that Yoshimune has realized, especially, and I don't speak Japanese, but it provided that they use the correct time sense. Yoshimune said was, or my goal was, my goal wanted, I wanted, not my goal is, right? In the sense that Alternative is like a past project. In the sense, Alternative failed. In the sense that Yoshimune doesn't think that we've learned from our history. And for the age still breathing event, when he announced Integrated, he said, I'm going to make this in the sense that it will stay true to every single person living in 2020. So I'm really interested to see where that takes part. This will probably be one of the most polarized endings I'll ever think of, because up until I saw that video, one of the worst endings I've ever seen in a VN. Now that I understand where he's coming from, and it really just kind of goes to show the critique of us really not learning anything, but having the choice to learn something, having the choice to not repeat history, it's hard to go ahead and rate it low. I wish that theme maybe could have been driven home a little bit more, as opposed to some happy, cutesy world, of course, but that's just my personal take. So with that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the last 50 hours. Every single follower, every single new follower. Oh my God. I cannot thank you enough. There's not enough words in the dictionary that I have to go ahead and express my thanks. I never thought we'd hit this, like I said, and we're already triple what my dream was. Are you kidding me? It's absurd. It's absurd. So thank you guys so much. We'll go ahead and keep putting out new content, and we'll keep going, and depending on what's going on, we'll go ahead and we'll continue the Muv-Luv universe. I'll get back to Final Fantasy, I promise. All right. Thank you guys so much for the last time for the final Muv-Luv Alternative stream. I'm going to be signing off. Thank you guys again. Have a nice night.